volume for YouTube. Has it not started yet? Let's see here. I think we're live. All right. So yeah, so we're live. Good, great. All right. Hey, y'all know your brother's still trying to get this YouTube stuff down to a science. All right. But either way, thank you guys for tuning in. It's your brother African Emporium, Uncle Jocelyn, Power and Profit to everyone. Happy to be in the building today. Not only to discuss the opportunity that I was speaking about, throughout the various, Discord rooms, social media sites, whatever, but also obviously get ready for this futures market to open up, right? Because it's about to be a banger, right? Pretty sure everybody saw the news as far as Trump, speaking about raising those, well, pretty much not raising, but putting those tariffs back, right? That extra 25 billion that he removed early in the year, in essence, to kind of further the trade talk and negotiation, values between, his trade talk team and also President Xi of China. So this kind of came at a weird time, especially with the market, hitting this, all these all-time highs over the past week or so. So I think right now we're in a situation now where we've been saying for a long time the market as a whole is very frothy. It's a lot of overbought scenarios out there. But again, at the end of the day, you can't compete against the pump protection team and fiat currency. If they want the market higher, they're going to find a way to push it higher. But either way, long story short, to that regard, this news, in relation to, you know, Trump putting that 25 billion back on the table in relation to, China kind of dragging their feet, that says a lot, in relation to also what the federal chair, Jerome Powell, was saying, during the FOMC meeting, excuse me, during the past week, that the market, is kind of in that in between zone where it's close to inflation, but it's not necessarily quite there yet. And why Wall Street will be screaming, "Hey, it's time to lower the rates, right? Let's cut some rates right now." Right? But the data just doesn't say, right now is the best time to cut rates when you got markets at all-time high. That just pretty much doesn't. That's not how this stuff works, right? But like anybody, you're gonna advocate for what you want more, above all things, and you can't, slight a person for trying, right? It's that whole kind of reality. You can't swipe for trying, and so Trump tried, and Jerome Powell pretty much just like, not today. You're not gonna bully me every single opportunity that you get. So in relation to that, Trump's kind of throwing a wild card out there by saying, hey, you know, if we can't get that kind of economic expansion that we need to further the market to the upside, well, I just throw a monkey wrench in the whole ideal of the market right now, and just let's put this this tariff wild card back on the table as far as China, put pressure on them, number one, and also number two, kind of puts the Fed in a position where, however this market is going to respond in this upcoming week, will say a lot about that whole value of quantitative easing, or the whole idea that they even thinking about tightening the market at this point would just be ludicrous in the mind of the Wall Street investors, and so to speak. All right, so again, that's interesting to watch as that news just came out. All right, but enough about that. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But what I want to come on today to speak about was, again, this trading opportunity, as far as this competition that's getting ready to happen with Tradenet here, coming up in the next couple weeks. And like many people who have different brokerage accounts, different trading platforms that you use, whatever, everybody has their so-called favorites. Me personally, I'm an opportunistic minded trader. I go wherever the opportunity resides, so to speak. And if it's a moment where I can leverage it, and I can benefit from it, then I'm there regardless. So again, like many people, I have several different brokerage accounts. Although we know trading as a whole is not necessarily quote unquote a brokerage account. It's more of a trading platform or educational trading platform where, again, they pretty much will fund you an account and you just trading with their money, right? And in relation to that, any profit that you generate, they'll split some of the revenue with you, right? So in that regard, if you take the count, let's say you meet the threshold that they have allotted for you to trade, with, in terms of the amount you can lose, then that's it. It's not like a margin account through a regular brokerage account where if you get in a bad trade, so you shorten the stock, and the stock, blows past your so-called stop loss and all this, that, and the third, and if that stock is continuously still going higher, and you shorting it, you owe that money, right? You owe that money. Yeah, it's no way you can get around that too. It's no, I made a mistake. My dog, bit me at the time when I hit the buy button, or whatever, or I forgot to set this, that, and the third. You owe that money, right? And they're gonna come after you, right? Because they have your social security number, your tax, ID values. They're gonna come after you. And so, in relation to knowing that, that's one of the perk advantages to the TradeNet platform in itself. If they're going to give you $4,000 to lose, well, you only have $4,000 to lose, right? You're not going to go a penny over that, right? They may give you a couple pennies. Okay, granted, but you're gonna lose that, and that's that. And so, if you blow the count up, basically what I'm saying, you don't owe anybody no more money, right? You're not, in contention value that if it blows past you on another brokerage account like a TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Interactive Broker, whatever, or Sure Trade, whatever, you don't owe anybody no kind of excess money because the account, the stock obviously still moving and you're just down and you didn't sell the position. You have to have some kind of, out of this world excuse, I would think. You maybe caught a heart attack, during the middle of you trade. I hope that never happens to no one, but I'm pretty sure there's some wild things that have happened in life where it really, really, messed up a lot of people. All right. So again, so in relation to this whole, opportunity in terms of competition, this is the biggest competition I've seen out there to date where, they're going to give you the opportunity to try to, number one, beat the challenge, by accessing one of their demo accounts that they're going to provide for you. It's a $240,000 demo account. It's pretty much like a quarter million. And whomever obviously comes out the victor, the overall victor, then you're going to get the opportunity to obviously win that type of account, a live $250,000 trading account. Again, y'all know me, some of you guys know I've used Tradenet for a long time here, since 2017. I know the platform very well. Again, I'm also affiliate of the company, so let me put this out there already, a disclaimer. I am affiliate of the company, and all that really means is that affiliate or partner is that um, in essence, to me, using the account itself, I can help people get the account as well, through a discounted price as opposed to paying the full regular price. So it's a win-win for both of us. You get it at a cheaper price than buying the full value for it, and then I get a little commission in the end. Right? There's no secret to that. Y'all know how affiliations work, right? And so again, that's the part of it why if you can have somebody on the inside, or that's for me with the platform, they can lobby for you, right? They can make concessions for you in essence to get your problems met and addressed if needed, and or again provide the opportunity where you can just come in and get a discounted account, trade for yourself. All right. So for some of you guys who are not familiar with TradeNet, again, like I was saying earlier, it's a setup where they're going to fund your account. I say, for instance, if you come in and say you want to buy introduction package, it's more of an education based where they're going to offer you course material, live trading sessions. Same thing I pretty much do with Retrade Execute. Uh, and but beyond the training, the platform itself, but they're going to provide you some content. So unlike, you come in and buy a sure trade account, again, they're gonna fund your account and give you leverage, right? They give you 6 to 1 over there. So if you pay them 500, they're gonna give you a $3,000 buying power worth account at Sure Trader. Now, one thing they don't provide, not that you need it if you're that type of trader, if you're good or you don't, is the education on how to use it. Now, that could be debatable in terms of what people deem as good content or education or how you like to get your content. So that's in the person that's going through the process. But ultimately, what you do, or you don't see a lot in a lot of these brokerage accounts is this, you have that kind of live real time access to people that can give you some, real time advice and or, set courses. Now, TD Ameritrade has it where you can just go on and look up, through their Trader TV, and they have, live, training sessions throughout the day and some aspect, but it's not, detail. It's more like, hey, we just focus on, how to set up a call spread or how to do an iron condor, right? Or what is this and what is that? And they'll kind of give a little back, a little back brief on what those things are. But, again, having a live training session where you're live onto a log session and you're going over data in real time and they're breaking it down in a lesson form. Well, that's what TradeNet offers in that perspective, right? So, and like all things, there's no, again, how can I say? There's no perfect system out there, right? It kind of reminds me of the movie Tron, right? When he kind of cloned himself and he cloned Clue to be what, the orchestrator of being able to produce the perfect system. All right. And so Clue went out there and built the system that what he wanted, right, for him. And it had to do with what, the creator wanted, himself in a lot of ways. So with this, again, they're just providing you some nice content, and then you go out there and create your own reality, right? And everybody trades different. Everybody has their own style, this, that, and the third. So again, in that regard, you get a chance to kind of, take the bull by the horn, so to speak, and apply your own, value to it, right? So again, I just want to kind of premise that. So again, thank you guys for stopping by Power and Profit again. I see some family starting to come in a little bit here. I see we have overseas in the house. Good to see you, family. My family, Jaleel Henry in the house. Good to see you, family. My brother J.L. Turn. Good to see you, over as always. Power and Profit to you. All right, I see my family, Jeff Testament in the house. Good to see you, family. Power and Profit. Salute, family. I see my family, Brandon Jermis in the house. As always, Power and Profit to you, family. Salute, King. My family, Marquise Kid in the house. As always, good to see you, family. Power and Profit to you, right? All right. Yeah, my little shirt at KL University, right? We had a nice little conversation today. We've been having these discussions around health and wealth a lot lately through my other family channel, the Dag Squad. So we had a nice little conversation there. So I had to wear my little shirt, even though I didn't go show my little picture. But either way, all right, y'all know I'm a proponent of eating healthy and whatever. All right, whether a person do it or they don't, I don't try to force a person to accept my way. I'm a very balanced brother, and I never speak in absolutes. All right, that's one thing about me. All right. So again, Power and Profit family. I see my family, Badu Games in the house. Good to see you, family. Salute to you, Power and Profit. And if you guys will share the show if you feel like it's necessary, because again, it's just information I'm going to discuss about the competition. Like the video if you choose, whatever that may help a few people see it if they so happen to pass by and see something about some competition trading, whatever. Right. But ultimately, again, again, I just want to be able to provide content. And my whole reality is some of you guys that know me, right, through all my social media sites or the Discord rooms, whatever, y'all know I'm a very humble brother, right? And the one thing I love above all things is being able to think tank and share data with others, right? Not that my data is overpowering someone else's, whatever, because I think it's a collective effort. And what we realize and see as traders and investors, it is a group orientated environment that's like that's what you want. You want all eyes and ears on deck daily. It helps make this process even a little bit better for the average trader who's trying to figure this stuff out on his own, right? Be it through the knowledge, be it through the data that we're surfacing every day from the fundamental aspect, be it through people going over charts from a technical aspect, helping you kind of realize some information that you might have skipped over. So it's a village mentality, right? It's a village, village mentality overall. Just keep what it is. And so what I try to bring to the table day over day, whenever I can, because I've been very busy lately. You guys know my situation. Getting ready to transition again here in the next month, moving back towards the DC region. But ultimately, I'm just trying to provide content and opportunity, right? And so this live stream today is no more than content and opportunity, right? Number one, it doesn't cost you anything, right? You got to say that out the gate, because most people are like, well, how much is it? What's the what's the bottom line, right? Where's the devil in the detail at? It doesn't cost you anything. Number two, um, again, we have ample enough time to get who are those who are interested in taking this challenge, kind of brought up to speed before it actually kicks off in real time, and then you can partake in. And then what on top of that, you can share it with other people, right? Why wouldn't you, right? Right. So that's the ultimate goal, is to get a lot of you guys, that are very interested in this, to share it with other people that you may, that have some kind of, understanding maybe trading and investing, whether they novice or newbie, as we call it, intermediate or advanced, or even expert, if there's such a thing as the expert trader, right? But you can share that with them as well, right? And, through my link. And so, that just provides more opportunity for someone, maybe you, if you don't do it, win yourself, or someone else, may win too, right? And that's the great thing about it, right? It's going to give you that kind of opportunity to go at something. Like it's kind of remind you like a sweepstake, right? Without all the kind of fluff, bloatware that they throw in the in the fine details of a sweepstake, right? Right, like the old publisher clearing house sweepstake. You had to buy like 1,000 magazines before they actually gave you the opportunity to to get put into the opportunity to win the sweepstake. This is not that kind of scenario, right? There's no red tape. There's no underlying hidden agenda. It's just a pure competition. And some of you guys, again, who are familiar with that process over there at Tradenet, they also have it where you could try to win a funded $14,000 intro account by taking a demo challenge, right? This is like that demo challenge on steroids, right? This is a demo challenge on steroids. Number two, with that point, it's a 10-day challenge, right? So this is going to be 10 days as opposed to the typical 5 days, right? Some of you guys have taken that challenge. You already know, what it's like. And so it starts May 16th, right? Let me share my screen here so you guys can see a little bit of details here. And then, like I say, we'll kind of, do a Q&A, and kind of answer any question you guys may have concerning the challenge. That's what this whole process is all about, right? Hey, let's provide some opportunity. And above all things, that's all I care about doing every single day. How can I provide some opportunity to the family, right? And if it's going to benefit someone, then I'm all for it. Right? I don't care about all the other stuff. And if it ain't, if it ain't making no dollars, it must not make sense. And so that's what I'm here for, to try to make sense of all this stuff, right? All right. So again, as you see here, again, some of you guys familiar with Mayor Barack, some of you guys may not, but he pretty much is the owner of TradeNet, right? It's just pretty much, an educational trading platform that gives you the ability to trade with money that they'll fund for you. And you kind of do like a profit split ratio, for whatever, how much you make, they're going to give you a profit ratio in relation to that. All right. But within that very value, excuse me, they're going to fund you an exorbitant amount of money to trade with. And it's different than, again, having a scenario where, you say, for instance, if you do use sure trader, excuse me, for every 500 bucks you put in, they give you, a 6 to 1 ratio. So basically 500 gives you 3,000, right? With TradeNet, pretty much, 500 gets you 14,000. Right? So you can do that ratio, right? That's a lot of money to trade with, and it's basically, generated around day traders, that kind of mentality, Momo traders, or people who have a good opportunity, to kind of, take a stock long and some good news, fade the stock on some bad news, whatever the case. You have that extra buying power where you can leverage that account, that trade a little bit better and get a bigger profit return, right? So that's pretty much what trade that offers you in a nutshell, is the ability to have, you know excess buying power, right? Unlimited is like unlimited buying power, so to speak, for a lot of traders who never, obviously traded with that kind of money, right? But within that mentality comes a lot of what? Discipline, discretionary, value, how you got to protect yourself and not just be out there just, hey, I got a new Ferrari, it's time to go fast, 24/7. You backing out the garage doing 60, right? Just take your time, think about what you're doing. Again, y'all know my mentality. Due diligence and discipline trumps all kind of different, values of belief. Know what you're doing enough to make enough a righteous decision, right? There's no, there's no, as I say, exact science to trading, but you can have a better sense of conviction to take good trades if you know what you're doing, right? And that's what, good mentor and good training, good education should provide you, right? And so that's why it's important to have a good think tank, be in a good room where people who are, on that kind of wavelength, and you continuously study on your own, right? So again, so the competition starts again, May 16th at 11:55 p.m. Pretty much, near 12 o'clock, Eastern time. That's when the competition goes live, and it's going to end on May 28th, right? And so, that whole time, we're going to be, just like you trade any other day, average, any other day throughout your regular weekday, you're going to go in and trade the account, try to boost much profit you can, make sure you meet the criteria, and then, you go on about your business. Now, you can choose to do it, early in the morning, try to Momo trade like, Ross Cameron, Warrior Trader, right? Find you one trade and, put, $100,000 on the trade, and hope you get a good 20-30% pop, make a ton of money. Then you can go focus on your real accounts, and make you a little money. But however you choose, that's going to be, totally dependent upon how you want to go about, completing the challenge in terms of the allotted days given to you, right? And so, I'm definitely going to take the challenge as well, even though I, trade the account, those counts as it is. But it's the opportunity because, again, you can share it, win it, and do something nice and share it with somebody else, a family member or a friend, or just have it in your back pocket that you can leverage again later at some point, right? Put it on escrow, so to speak, right? So that's going to be an opportunity that's, again, that's why you want to share it with other, people that you may know who may benefit from it, right? And the good thing about, again, this scenario, if you, obviously sign it up under my link, I can pretty much be that liaison between you and making sure, everything is set up and you're good to go as far as the challenge, right? Because you got to keep in mind, it's a ton of people about to be signing up for this challenge, right? I'm not the only one, doing it far as being able to offer it, through their affiliation or just natural stuff that they may offer you guys even through trade. And for some people, they're like, well, hey, we got the challenge coming up. You guys are interested? Here's the link, right? But the one advantage I get as an affiliate of the company, again, I deal directly with with the marketing department who's setting this up, right? The affiliate managers, we're communicating directly, trying to figure out ways to make this very easy a process and pliable for everybody that wants to sign up, especially those who obviously don't hang out with your brother, me, and follow me or whatever, So that's my job in this, to be that liaison to make sure that your bid get submitted and you get a chance to get this challenge, right? That's all I care about at the end of the day, to be honest. Right? If I can say that, that's all I care about. Those who want to get it, that come in under me, we're gonna make sure y'all get y'all opportunity, right? It's not gonna be one scenario where we're gonna cut it off and everybody get picked and this, that, the third. No, I'm gonna try to make sure I go to war and make sure everybody gets the opportunity to do this, right? And so that's gonna be exciting. All right. So let me just play this little quick little promo video here of Mayor kind of explaining the challenge a little bit. I kind of gave you a little background on it. Then we'll go into the actual details, the rules, and then we'll kind of leave it at that. All right. And then we'll do a Q&A session if you guys so choose. Again, I won't take it too much of you guys' time on this beautiful Sunday. And so I know we got the futures market getting ready to open up in the next 7 minutes. I'm very excited to see how that's going to do, especially with this Trump and tariff and China news. Right. So that's going to be interesting. All right. So let's go. Let's start the video here. I'm sorry. All right, guys. So that's the promo. All right. So you guys got a chance to hear the promo. Go through. Let him kind of break down and kind of a quick promo. Right. Fast and furious. Y'all know how this stuff works. Attention spans. Right. Attention span. Right. Give you a complete breakdown on what it takes to be a part of the competition. The rewards value from it. And the rest is just pretty much history after that point. Once you are in pretty much signed up and in the game. Right. So again, it's exciting. All right. And again, I know some of you guys do trade, real time a lot throughout the entire day. So the challenge above all things is, how are you going to find the time to, to partake in this challenge and also trade your real accounts too, right? How can you, make that a kind of, some kind of form of a regimen, day over day to meet the standards of the rules by being able to trade it, out of the 10 days to, have the highest count at the end. Because you already know people gonna be trying to, they're gonna wake up and they're gonna trade this thing all day long, much as they can to the bell, to kind of juice up these accounts, right? Again, you're gonna have people trying to dump, the entire quarter million on one trade out the gate. I mean, we can only imagine the things that's gonna happen, right? It's gonna be, a whirlwind of just weird things happening in relation to this challenge. And so again, knowing that, we're gonna make sure that that we have our opportunities as well. However you choose to trade it again, that's going to be on you. But I'm just more concerned with you guys having the, the ability to get in the door and do y'all thing as well, right? And to me, um, that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters, right? So, all right. So again, I do, and I'll go into more detail about the link. I do have the link already in the description box. So again, if you come back and watch this video later, I know people out, enjoy their family. They probably, whatever, maybe at Sunday service, eating dinner at the park, whatever they're doing, you guys can always come back and reference this video to make sure you get that link, right? So you can also, again, get a chance to make sure you get signed up. My link talents pretty much everybody that signed up under me. So in essence, if you signed up and something happened and maybe they didn't contact you right away, whatever the case, or it goes a couple days, then that's what I go to work for. That's when I go to work, right? I I will say, well, hey, my family, JL Turner, Mark Easy, signed up, and we want to make sure that he's counted already that he's going to get his his demo account, his 250,000 demo account to trade talent with, and that's what I'll be able to do. So I'll be working, in behind the scenes, so to speak, to make sure that everybody gets the opportunity, and that's all I care about. Right, providing something for the family. Y'all know my mentality. I'm like the Robin Hood, right? The African American Robin Hood, right? All right. The link is in the description box, guys. Just check. Always check my description box. That always kind of bring some content. I have all my links down there, plus my social media sites. So if you guys do want to follow me in other rooms as well, We Trade HQ Discord. I'm in a lot of different Discord rooms, but obviously that's the one that I mentored through, obviously. So definitely got to provide that link. But for this competition, everything is down in the description box. Definitely check it out. And again, share with other people too. Make sure you share them my direct link, right? Because again, that gives me the wherewithal to say, well, hey, this person I know, right? Or this person I know through one of my other peers or constituents that trade the market. So yeah, let's make sure that they're counted for, right? And so they can get in chance, get in and get the challenge, right? And so you will see down in the description box where it says link for the competition, right? You'll see that's the link you want to click on there. The jump2click.com one. Make sure you click that one, right? And so that'll take you through the sign up page. Pretty much what you see right here. You get your name, your email, and then pretty much your country, all that stuff, and the phone number, right? And the consent to receive promotional materials from time to time. I hereby declare that. If you want them to send you stuff about the platform, then click that. If you don't, then don't click it. All right, you just here for the competition. That doesn't negate you from just getting into the competition, whether you want their promotional packages or not. This is strictly for getting you guys in the gate, right, and getting you guys in the game. All right. So again, basic information here is a competition winner gets funded nearly $1 million of total account value, right? Win our trading competition to get unbelievable prizes. As you can see, it's a live coverage. This is the competition now. This is the competition aspect. It's going to be live coverage on trading and social media around the clock. So again, if you guys are not familiar with them, whether you follow them, you don't, that's not saying that you have to. But they're going to be updating people on their Instagram page. They run a YouTube page every single day during the trading weeks. Monday through Friday, they always have their live stream going on YouTube. And they also have Facebook. They also have a Twitter account too, right? So you'll have various ways to kind of, get some data on, certain aspects of the competition, how it's going, if you just want to check in on that too, right? So th- just to let you know, you can just go, check their little social media out, and that's how you be, updated with a lot of stuff too. All right. Also, it's a 240,000 demo account to compete with. So you guys heard Mayor kind of break that down. So it's no, discrepancy with that. It's going to be a $240,000 demo account. It's going to read demo, so don't liken it, to it like a real account or whatever. But again, you want to trade it as if it's a real account. Now that's what's going to signify, those who probably going to have a chance to win this, as opposed to those who are just going to, swing for the fence like a home run, right? So again, like I said, they're going to be people who's going to come right out the gate, and they're going to put down $240,000 on one trade. I mean, come on, y'all already know what's going to happen because they ain't got nothing to lose, right? That's the mentality. You got nothing to lose, so they're going to pick a stock like Tesla, or whatever, or not even probably Tesla. They probably find one that's probably trading around about $10, $15, right? So you can get more share value, right? And they're going to go all in, with $240,000, and hope the trade go in their direction, right? But here's what's going to be the kicker with that, because just like the real accounts themselves, it's probably going to have a threshold amount too. Like you're going to lose so much. That's how the regular 5-day challenge is anyway. You're going to lose so much, right? in a day. All right. And if you lose more than that, then that can, instantly, kick you out of the challenge. Right. So you can't just try to come in and just go straight, willy nilly with that thing and then think you're going to, kind of be okay. So that's another part where you want to kind of keep that in mind. So you just don't go way out the way. So I'm going to make sure the guys had the link over there when we trade too. All right. So that's, keep that in mind. All right. Um, Somebody asked real, can we get two accounts and go opposite trades? Now you can only get one. Now here's what's interesting. Now again, y'all know how people are. People are very cunning and smart. And cunning ain't necessarily a bad thing either. It depends on what you're using that cunning instinct for, right? Because the goal is to kind of put yourself in the best position to come out fruitful. As long as it ain't hurt nobody or whatever. So if you signed up and your wife signed up per se, right? Or a partner signed up. You might be a female and your husband signed up, a boyfriend, whatever, right? Or your child signed up, whatever. As long as they're of age. Then guess what? If y'all trading simultaneously together, because it doesn't say one household can only have an account, then your wife could be going one way and you could be going the other way. You see where I'm going with that? All right. You could go one way in the trade and she could be going the other way. And again, whoever is right in that moment, guess what? Boom, right? And you still want to be smart instead of stop loss. And again, you don't want to just come in and say it's all or nothing, baby. Let's go, right? No, set your stop loss because if you wrong, then at least you get stopped out. And if the wife right, guess what? Her count skyrocketed, right? She tallying dollars at this point. Obviously, monopoly money, but the opportunity to kind of boost that opportunity, that's going to put you all in a favorable opportunity. Does that make sense a little bit? Fairly body of games. So again, that's the aspect where you're going to see a lot of people going to get clicked up. You already know it's going to happen. Same way we do in the Discord rooms when we trade live money anyway. You're going to get clicked up. All right. Everybody going to be on live stream together and be like, well, you trade this way. I'm going to trade this way. You trade these stocks. I'm going to trade these stocks. You're going to go with those because they got the biggest news. Right. You're more disciplined this way. You guys trade this set here. Right. And that way we can kind of be what? We could be, balanced. Right. And so whoever offers it, is good. Boom. So, and the weird thing about that, and this is all, fair game in that perspective. I'm not saying nothing that's not going to happen anyway. This is all fair game. So if someone out of that group wins the challenge, right? Well, that 240,000, obviously, if they agree to it, all right, you got to be people then y'all could probably share in the benefits of whenever that account goes live and get funded, the profit value in that. Or y'all may come in, within that top 10 of people that's going to get chosen, right? That the top 10 competitors all going to get funded accounts. Well, the person that wins it may get the quarter million. You may get a expert account, right, or a student account, right, or even a demo, right. It's still free by definition. The value of the opportunity, right. So if that makes sense, that's how you want to also work together within your own groups or whatever to make sure you have the opportunity to win, right. So again, that's exciting. Right. Right. So again, also it tells you it's 10 trading days, like Mayor again just broke down, from May 28th to June 10th. That's the allotted days to be able to do it. That's when it goes live, May 28th at 11:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right. So obviously people gonna be like, the doggone Kentucky Derby or a NASCAR race. They're gonna be sitting at the at the starting block with their fingers on the trigger. And then, as soon as that time hit, they're gonna be boom, they're gonna be getting at it. Right. So you might even want to start planning in the head if there's any kind of weird current events in terms of geopolitical news or whatever that may be happening on that date. May 16th, so you don't get caught out there. And something might be crazy that may hurt the stocks that you may have, in lieu that you want to trade. Right. Again, think it all the way through, guys. Y'all know me. I'm a stickler for, thinking things all the way through. Attention to detail matters, especially as an investor trader. You got to think it all the way through. Right, have a plan, stick to it much as possible. Again, what, why, when, and where. Y'all know my mentality, my motto. What, why, when, and where. Right. So make it count, basically what I'm saying. All right. And then lastly, it says achieve the highest total earning, win the prize. Pretty much whoever achieves the highest total of earnings, they're gonna win, the $250,000 account. All right. So again, that's a lot of, opportunity. Granted, if you do win, you can come in and trade, basic accounts out of trade, and many others are trading. They got other accounts bigger than that go into what they call premium accounts, all the way up to pretty much to $1 million in real money. Let's not get it twisted, real money. And so that's another opportunity too, beyond the stuff you see, on the Tradenet website itself, where it stops at the pro account, where they also have a premium account, a premium plus account, and then pretty much like an A plus account, which is pretty much like a $1 million trading, buying power of real money, of real money. And so again, another opportunity there. All right. So again, as you just saw, it says, so pretty much, are you good enough to make it? Right. Leave your details above to get more details about the competition. Again, 240,000 for 2 weeks, and do it better than everyone else to win access to a nearly $250,000 funded account. Right. And so as you see, it's an adrenaline rush because it's exciting, the opportunity. Right. The competition is not for the faint-hearted. Live updates, top performer grid positions, biggest wins, and the most brutal disqualifications. Right. Because they're going to happen, right? Because people gonna go in all out the gate like Vegas. They're gonna put it all on black, right? And they're gonna roll the dice and hope they come up right on one trade. They're gonna dump the whole $250,000 on it and hope they get it right. And there's gonna be some people gonna try those odds, and some people gonna be successful at it. It's gonna be weird, but somebody gonna do it, and they gonna nail it, and they're gonna be off to the races, above everybody. But they can't do that every single day. So that's the only thing about the numbers game or the numbers theory, right? All right. At some point, those odds are going to go against you, and the same way you might have picked up, a quick little 100,000, 200,000 real quick, and probably one crazy trade, you can very much well lose that on the next trade or two or three other subsequent, trades after that if you're not trading discipline. Right. So again, just keep that all in mind. So when you're out there trying to go through the challenge, you're not just gonna just do nothing crazy, like super crazy, right? So it says all the drama will be broadcasted to you live by our moderators on the TradeNet social media. So again, they have a live YouTube trade channel like I spoke about earlier. You can follow, the competition through there. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Scott, not, or if not Scott, probably him, Cliff, and Michael probably giving live updates. Or they may have a designated person to do it, themselves, because they still have clients that they, have to work with every day in real money accounts, because they obviously signed up for the live stream, ability to kind of help them in real time, right? Calling out trades, this, that, and the third, right? And so that's just something to think about as well, right? So that's pretty much the grid line, or the information that's worth knowing, to kind of get you guys, mind revved up a little bit for the opportunity, right? And so let's go to the next page here. I'm not going to try to make this longer than I need to. And so pretty much like we just spoke about in terms of rewards, right? So let's go with the rewards now. Right, so it says TradeNet largest day trading competition details. Participate in our TradeNet day trading competition to win prizes valued up to 9,000. That's pretty much what a $250,000 funded account costs for. It costs $9,000. If you want to buy your own one outright, you can do that too. And access to a 240,000 funded trading account. So the rewards, right? All right. So first place, again, you win the $250,000 trading account. Right? It's very simple reality there, right? And so again, that's going to be that, that one in whatever odd ratio for someone to win, that's going to be there. All right. So just keep that in mind. All right. So second and third place, they're going to get an expert account, right? This is a pretty much, $160,000 trading account. That's still pretty awesome, right? 160,000. All right. And you've been used to trading with whatever amount you've been used to trading with, even if you have a sure trader, right? Because they only give you 6 to 1 over there. So again, if you put in 10 grand, you know how much they're going to give you, pretty much, so it's like 60,000 or whatever the case like that. With them, with trading at 6,000 gives you 160,000, right? That's a big bump, right? And the payout ratio with that, in terms of the doggone the uh the expert account, is like it's 80, no, it's 80 20 in terms of the payout ratio. So you keep 80%, they keep 20% off that $160,000 buying power account with that. All right. All right. The student one, no, it's 75, excuse me, 75 25. Right. So with the student account, which is the fourth and fifth place, which is a $3,000 student package account, all right, you're gonna win an $80,000 funded account. Right. So again, 80,000 is still a lot of money to trade with. Right. And you guys can follow me. I started out, demo challenge, competitor myself, for the intro, took that, upgraded it to the student right away, and then took 80,000 literally in my first week. Again, y'all seen some of my old receipts. Took that literally in the first week and had that thing up over $24,000. Literally, my first week trading it back in 2017, I was already up $24,000 in profit off a $80,000 student account. And I got the receipts. I got my old, timestamps, and y'all know me. I screenshot a lot of stuff where I was my biggest day was like 17,000 back in like 17,600 small dollars back in I think November of 2017. And then after that, I had some more winners throughout the rest of the week. I got 4,000 one, then another one 4,000, whatever the case. I ended up with like $24,000 somewhere around there in 1 week of trading on their platform. Right, so I just found that to be like that was like stupid awesome. Right, I was like, oh boy, they did messed up and let the wrong person in the door. Right, y'all give me this opportunity, I'm going to make the best of it. And so that started my journey. All right, so moving forward, so the sixth through the 10th place. All right, so even if you come in at sixth place, right, you're still going to get funded an intro account. All right, so a $500 intro account, which is a $14,000 funded buying power account. So again, you that gives you some good opportunities. It's not like one person win it all, right? This is still going to give a lot of people the opportunity to still come in at a point where you can still walk away with a funded account. So it's still basically essentially free money, free opportunity, right? And being able to acquiesce that opportunity to get that account by beating the competition, right? And so again, that should be like, man, hey, what else to talk about? Let's go, right? Again, doesn't cost you anything. It's a great opportunity. Ain't no fine print. It's a very simple transition, and and if you do click with other people and go at this thing together, y'all could, if you trust your partners, obviously you trust your group, then hey, someone win the account and y'all happy, you get the account trading live, and y'all can split some of the proceeds. Enough to the point where people feel like, okay, this is cool, right? Then hey, after that, it's y'all yours, brother. Go at it. Again, y'all know how this stuff works. Think, work smart, not hard, right? Work together. Basically, what I'm trying to say at the end of the day, if you work together, then that can also be beneficial too. Or you can just do it yourself. Doesn't matter. But there's power in numbers, right? If you use them effectively, right? If you use those things effectively, right? So here are the terms and conditions, right? We'll go over that. We'll go through the little, the other little stuff here if we have to, and then we'll get on out of here, right? Or we'll do a Q&A, then we'll get out of here. Right. So the trading competition terms and conditions. Every trader who qualifies for the competition receives a demo trade account balance of 240,000. During the competition period, 2 weeks or 10 days in total, competitors will compete to achieve the highest possible balance. All the while, traders will adhere to a set of terms and conditions for these 10 consecutive trading days. Each competitor must trade on at least 5 active trading days out of the 10. So you have to be able to trade at least 5 active trading days out of the 10 days, right? So basically, out of the 10 days, it has to be 5 days. Let's put it in context. A minimum of 5 days. So you can't do, like I was saying earlier, just swing for the fences right out the gate, go all in on a stock like, let's say it was a little cheap little stock that's 10, like RBZ, right? Rehoboth Holding Company, that's been just all over the place lately, or FUN Fund Company. These stocks have been skyrocketing up and down just like crazy the past couple weeks. Go all in on that stock and it jumps like $2 or $3, right? And then you just shut down, and say I'm not going to trade it anymore, for the 10 days, right? You can't do that, right? So you have to trade a minimum of 5 days out of the 10, right? So all positions must be closed by the end of the trading day, so you can't swing trades, right? You can't do the fade it and swing it like I typically do with real kind of values, but ultimately this is all going to be 100% day trades. It's going to be 100% all day trade. That's going to count, right? So you have to pretty much close all the trades by the end of the day. So that way you don't cheat and mess around. The next day you up and you swung, maybe like 5,000 shares or something, and the stock already in your direction, and it gaps down if you're shorting it, and you just gap down with a nice $7 gap down, and you wake up the next day and you up like your $80,000 or something like that. You're like, man, I ain't got to trade no more today. Let me close this out and just go go play golf or something. All right, so you got to close all your trades at the end of the day. Maximum daily. Now here's what's important, guys. Maximum daily loss of up to 3,500 and a maximum total loss up to 12,000 altogether. So basically what that means is you can only lose up to $3,500 in one day, right? In one day. You can't go above that threshold of value. Now, the bigger picture is that you can't lose 12,000 altogether. So if you lose 35, let's say you lose $3,400 today, right? So you still had $100 left, right? Before you blew the count up in the daily threshold. The next day, again, your goal is not to lose 3,500, but the more you dig into that, you'll get close to that 12,000 total threshold, and you don't want to do that. So you want to be very, very methodical in your approach, and you don't make any kind of obscene decisions that may put you in that kind of jeopardy if you don't have to, right? Again, so as soon as the maximum loss limit is reached, the competitor is disqualified from the competition. So if you hit that 12 grand, it's lights out, right? Then you're gonna have to be like, God dang it, because you can't get back in. You see what I'm saying? Once it starts. And that's the thing with this challenge as opposed to the regular demo challenge. Once you hit that loss and you're disqualified, you can't go sign up real quick under somebody else because the competition already started. So they're gonna cut the competition, sign up off as soon as the competition starts. So if you're not in before May 16th, you can't come in like on May 18th, May 20th, and something like that, and get in the middle of the challenge. Like that. It doesn't work that way. All right. So you're gonna have to get in right away. Yeah, it's gonna be realized. Yeah, it's gonna be realized. Family. Was that Sir? Excuse me, Sir Serenovis. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to butcher your name. But it's gonna be realized money. So you obviously have your realized and you have your unrealized. Unrealized is stuff that you haven't hit the sell button or buy button on if you're short loan. So it's gonna go strictly under your realized profit value, right? The realize what you hit that button and you close it out, that's what's going to pretty much give you that, that value. All right. So if you're down 3,500, in the middle of a trade, hold up. Let me reframe that because I don't want to say yeah on that because they may have this one different than how to do the demo account. Let me get back to you on that because I think, and this one they may have it set it at like long as you're trading and your unrealized if your unrealized hit that 3,500, they might go ahead and cut it right there. So let me get more detail on that specifically before I say yeah or nay. We have a little time before it starts, right? We got what? Today is the 5th, so we got like 11 days before it kicks off. But I'll answer that for you, family. No problem. No problem. Right. So the competitor starting and finishing times are identical for all participants. So it's no one gonna get special time, no matter if in Thailand, Africa, Brazil, UK, Canada, the West Coast. It doesn't matter. Everybody gonna trade under the same time that they offer, and it's gonna be based probably on the East Coast time, right? Because they use pretty much East Coast time for pretty much standard time for everybody in most cases, right? Because that's when the stock market opens up. You know what I'm saying? On the Eastern time, New York. And so, you got to make sure if you somewhere, in a different time zone that you are adherent to that so you don't get confused. So if they say this is the time frame, be ready to rock and roll. Right. So the registered recipient of the competition is the only one authorized to participate in the trading competition. The right to participate in the competition is non-transferable. So y'all, again, that answers that, right? So once you sign up under your name, it's strictly your opportunity, right? You can't do it then turn around. Let me give it to my wife, right? As a form of alimony, right? Alimony or whatever, right? It has to be strictly your reality because they're going to fund it under your name because that's the credentials they have, right? So just keep that in mind, right? And I don't know nobody that's generous anyway to win the account and then say I'm gonna give it to my son. Well, there's some people out there like that. I'm probably one of them myself, but again, it's gonna be under your name. All right. So going down. So using certain trading patterns that are deemed illegal by regulators will result in disqualification of the participant during or after the competition. In such a case, the participant will receive a prior warning and will be asked to stop using a specific pattern. Failure to comply with requests failure to comply with the request will result in disqualification. So what that means, so let me just go and put this out there. All right. And we've had this happen in the past. Some of you guys have traded Tradenet. Y'all know exactly what happened for us. The 1 cent kind of spread kind of reality, right? Well, a lot of people are trading stocks that had one cent. Not that you can't trade stocks with 1 cent spread, but what was happening is, you know, people were kind of going all in on 1 cent spread stocks, right? Because that's the most safest trade if the stock is only moving in 1 cent increments to dump the account. Not that you probably can't even with this, but they're going to be probably monitoring this if you're doing it with every single trade. Now I know that's weird to think about it from that perspective, because it should be like, hey, if I'm trading what the market has provided me, then I'm good to go. And what's the problem there, right? It's not like I got any kind of other cheat code that everybody else doesn't have. But I guess from the aspect of what they're trying to do, and again, I'm not going to say if they're doing it if they're not. They're trying to make sure that you're trading it under the mentality that you're doing like everybody else is doing. You got a stock, you got a pattern or a trend, you got an opportunity, meaning the fundamental calcs, this, that, and the third, and you're just trading it in like real time, like you'll partially into account. You want this to go all in on the count out the gate, off one stock because they're a 1 cent strategy. So I guess they're trying to limit it to the idea that you're going to actually have to trade it. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm just paraphrasing what I know as far as in the past experiences with other traders who had to go through that, or this, that, and third. I experienced it early on in my trading, but again, I moved into a different trading style anyway. And now that at that time, you know, it wasn't, they didn't have that kind of reality. So even if I went in on a trade, with 2, 3 thousand shares, I didn't just do it right out the gate. I partially in. I go in with 1,000. Then I added in when it broke down. If I was shorting it, I added another 1,500. Maybe a 2,000, and I did it like that. So it wasn't just like 5,000 right out the gate, 5,000 shares, right? But that's just me. I don't know. I'll get more detail on that if you guys have questions about that. All right. So it says winners will be required to complete a short survey and provide a short video testimonial as per Tradenet's requirement to receive the prize. So if you win, you pretty much got to, like the people when they win the lottery, right? You got to go down to the lottery department, right? Right. Hold your little lottery sign up, if you choose or you don't, and say, hey, this is why I think, the Virginia lottery system is like the best. Woo, right? Promo. And so that pretty much just solidifies that you are real. You're not a robot, right? Because again, people have programmed robots that can trade this stuff too. And, the probabilities that they know how to do this, again, like a regular algo. So this obviously solidifies that you are a real person. Same thing like you have with phishing, on these different websites when they, make you do the little, find the 3 buses, right? Make sure that you're not a robot. And that's what they're going to use as a way of making sure that you're legit, right? A short promo video saying that, hey, I want, blah, 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 as y'all see here, right? So the participant irrevocably, permits TradeNet to publish their names, place of residence, video, and trading results, as well as live stats on their performance in the competition, without any remonetization or credit to the participant. All right, let me blow that up. I was about to have a language bomb there for a moment. All right, remuneration, remuneration, right? I'll put an F in there. So remuneration or credit to the what? The participant, right? So again, this is pretty much them saying, hey, this is the real person. This is the video to prove it. Here are their results. Here's their stats, and this makes it legit, right? So that's just another thing to think about in that regard. In that moment, I think they're just trying to make sure they protect you. So if someone came in and let's say they I don't know, something weird happened, like someone hacked you or whatever the case like that. Something weird happened, and this is an anomaly to think that, but they'll know, no, it's you, it's this person that's supposed to, the weird scenario. All right. So I think we're clear on that part, right? And you guys will have the link to all this stuff too. If you want to read over it yourself, you'll have access to that too. So you can go through it and read all this stuff, in your own time in that regard as well. All right. So but that says that. So it's pretty much just just this kind of more of a backdraft, like I was talking about earlier. Um, just saying, we at Trading have been preparing for this competition for a larger than trading competition. It's the largest trading competition in history. Due to the nature of the competition, trading advisors will not provide platform guidance or support during the competition. So you can't call them up and say, hey, what do I need to do with this trade? Even if you already have a live account with them, right? And that's another thing I want to talk about. Even though you still have a live account that you may be trading with them in real time, you still can participate in this channel. You can. You can upgrade your scenario. They're gonna give it to you regardless. And it's not like you have to pay a difference or no. If you win it, you also get another $250,000 trading account, even if you already have one. And so again, that's going to be cool, and it's under your name, right? And so just keep that in mind. All right. So it's strongly advised to prepare, train, and familiarize yourself with the trading platform in the run up to the competition. Right. So you say, well, how do I do that, brother Africa Poor, if I never traded with Tradenet before? Right. Well, they also have what they could say like a almost like what they call a 14-day trial scenario where they'll let you, kind of look at the, see how to set up your screen. Y'all know I always have my setup screen, how I have my setup every day. I have like 6 screens, trading screen. Then I have, my little setup the way I have it. But you may get a chance to do that and get a chance to play with the platform, ahead of time to familiarize yourself with it before you actually trade it. And if not, you can just go to YouTube and see all the different people that use TradeNet, how they have their setups. All right. And that's one thing I do like about their platform. You can move it around and fine tune it the way you want to in terms of your screens, how you have your ticket window up, your news blotters, scrolling thing, up on the screen as well. The trades that are winners and losers up. You can specify to your liking, basically, right? I want to get caught just kind of in the fine detail. You can specify the way that you want to, basically, and that way you'd be good to go. All right. So TradeNet is unable to provide technical guidance, excluding issues or technical glitches, right, to the competitors during the competition. So again, it's going to be all you, right? And your own team as opposed to their team. So if you got your team, you can fall back on, then guess what? Go after it. Get after it by all means. Why wouldn't you? Right? So that's what I'm talking about. Find a group of other people that's doing it too, and y'all can think tank together and get after this opportunity. All right. So competitors will be reverted to the relevant introduction material. Right. So again, if you have an issue for technical guidance, whatever the case, that is not itemized in the relevant introduction material value, then and if it's not actual glitch itself, you're gonna have to go back to that guide. Make sure you have all the information you need, so you won't have to be out there, just swinging for the fence and not knowing what's happening. Right. So the competition starts on U.S. stock market. On U.S. stock markets open on May 28th, it, and lasts until June 10th, 2019. So the cutoff to sign up is May 16th. The actual competition starts on May 28th. Y'all follow me? So the actual competition starts on May 28th. The cutoff for the sign up, right, stops on May 16th. All right. So let's make sure we have that clear. So you have to be signed up in the system by May 16th, no later than that. So that way you at least have, from May 16th to May 28th, enough time to familiarize yourself with the platform if you're not familiar with trading and how pretty much how they operate. Right. And so as soon as May 28th hit at 11:55 p.m., guess what? It's game time. Right. So that's what this was all about when they were saying apply by May 16th. Right. Apply by May 16th, 11:55 p.m. Eastern Time. Competition starts on U.S. markets open, right, that day, pretty much on May 28th, 2019. All right, simple as that. All right. So that way, there's no secret and there's no, I didn't know this and I didn't know that. All right. So TradeNet will provide helpful information and assistance for a smooth start. So tune in to our trading chat room and contact your assigned TradeNet representative to stay up to date with latest news, right? So that way you kind of know what's going on up until the competition when it starts. So you can choose to say, well, I'll watch some of TradeNet's live trading, trading site, trading sessions doing on YouTube, throughout the day and see how they operate over there, this, that, and the third. If you choose, that's up to you. But if not, you just contact, the representative and they'll give you your information you need. They'll walk you through it, this, that, and the third. Right. So if you don't have a TradeNet representative, leave your details and we will get back to you shortly. So basically, if you're not already familiar with the platform, like I was saying earlier, all right, you'll get, I guess, what they call like a pseudo manager, right? Or someone or a liaison that can walk you through the process of the platform, this, that, the third. And I'll be there for you guys too. Again, y'all know I trade with it. So if you got questions out the gate, just come directly to me. If you can't, contact someone over there, come to me, and I'll do my best to make sure I get around to everybody. Right. And I know I'm busy right now in my life getting ready to transition, make a move here shortly. But even so, I'll make sure I do what I can to help you out. That's just what I want to do to add value as well. Right. So follow the competition registration guide below to secure a position on our starting grid. Make sure that you follow us on social media under the hashtag TradeNet. That's again if you want to follow their stuff. Again, you know how to go about doing that. They got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, right? So they got all the major stuff. I don't know if they got Snapchat and all that, but they got all the major stuff. All right. So that's that. So far as what they need from you, right, to get you started, right? So it says follow the below steps to enroll in the competition. The registration hours we know is starts between May 2nd, right? So it just started May 2nd, right? I got this information Friday? What was it? What, the third? Friday was the third. So they contacted me right away. Again, I'm just telling you, from my affiliation, they contacted me right away. They said, brother Africa, or Africa Portman Willis, right? Y'all know they know me by both names, but they was like, we got something for you that's going to really, really, really get you excited. Because again, we know that you're always, in and out of different social media. A lot of people know you from your trading, whatever, this, that, and the third. Right? Whether it was stroking my ego or not, but y'all know I don't move in ego. I move in opportunity. What you got that I can offer, to the people. Right. So it's like, being that you are one of our progressive, affiliate partners, we're gonna give you, the opportunity to kind of, get your guys in, early or whatever you want to say, and so that way, we can kind of get this thing rolling, and really bring some value, to the platform, right? And so, we spoke extensively for almost like, an hour. I spoke with my family, Dan, over there. Then I spoke with my other brother, Ben. Y'all know I know everybody over there. Everybody, right? Everybody, I know everybody over there. And so they really, really gave me a lot of good insight on how the process is going to work. What to look out for, and also again how to get you guys, pretty much in the game, right? So that way, at least anybody that follows me through any of my social media sites, through Discord, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, you guys could definitely going to make sure I'm go out my way to make sure you guys get counted and get in for your opportunity. All right. So this is what they're going to require from you, right? And if you want to participate. Number one, obviously, got to have your full name, your email address, a valid phone number, right? A full address, and pretty much, some kind of form of ID. And that's because if you win this account, right, that's typically what they require from you anyway. And some of you guys that have trading accounts, you already know that's all they ask from you. They don't even ask for your social security, like a U.S. brokerage account, because again, this is a CFD based trading account, contract for differences. You're gonna be trading with somebody else's money, so they don't need to have your social security number for tax ID purposes. So that's just the bottom line reality. Now, even though you still got to keep up with your own profit, values for your for your capital gain tax, but they don't ask you for your social security number, right? So you don't have to worry about giving up that. All right, you just got to have a regular formulated ID, and that's per SEC. You got to have an ID so they can validate who you are, right? So that way you ain't again a robot or some algo or whatever, right? Or someone stole your identity, whatever, and did it or whatever. So that's pretty much the basic. You have to be a minimum of 18 years old, right? And Tradenet can accept one participation slot per person, right? So that answers that. You can only sign up one time, right? And anyone who attempts to apply more than once will be banned from the competition. Let me repeat that because you know it's going to happen. But I hope it ain't going to happen to anybody that I know, right? Because people going to try it, but I'm going to make sure I protect my folks, right? Tradenet can accept one participation slot per person. Meaning if you got like an alternate or alias name, I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk it. I would not risk it. If you got multiple IDs with different, I wouldn't risk it. Just sign up under your wife's name or another spouse in your household, in that household. If you got someone that's above 18, sign up with them. Right? It doesn't, hurt. So again, that's just another way to deal with that. All right. So that's just how it is. So they want to make sure that everyone has a chance, to win it, and they don't want to just have one person with five different names and aliases and this, that, and the third, trying to get in the gate, up their ante to win. All right. And so that's that. So it says make yourself available to answer our call so we could verify your identity to enroll in the competition. So they're going to call you. Once you sign up, they're going to call you and verify the same way they do with their regular account. All right. And they're going to make sure you're legit. That's where I'm going to be very useful at, guys. This is where I'm going to be useful at because I'll be able to say, that's my guy. That's my, my friend. That's my peer, whatever. Right. And that won't be won't be no craziness. And if you sign up and anybody contact you in, 3 or 4 days, right, or whatever the case, or however long it takes them to get back to you, that's when I'll be able to say, hey, one of my, my friends signed up. Hey, what's the hold up there? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'll be able to come in and be useful at. Right. Again, I'll be that liaison, so to speak. All right. So it says after we successfully verify your registration details over the phone, you will receive a formal competition enrollment confirmation email. the same way if you sign up for a regular account. Y'all guys know what that's like. You've been there. And the confirmation email will contain the following: download link to the demo account, demo platform, right? So you can get a chance to play with the platform early on, get familiar with it, set it up how you want to set it up, just that and the third. Demo account login access. The buying power in the demo account will be set to 0 until the beginning of the competition. All right, so that way you can't go in there and start trading and play with it that way, but you can get familiar with the platform, right? So it's gonna be on 0, so you won't even get a chance to even do that. All right, do nothing crazy. And it says that a unique competitor ID will be given, so that way you have your ID number that you need to keep up with, right? And that way, won't be no craziness. That'll be your personal access number to this competition, and tips and tricks for the competition. So they're going to give you, in their mind, some nice little tips to think about, and tricks that you may can benefit from when the competition goes live. And this is all legit stuff. Obviously, they're not going to tell you again how to write an algo code, right? How to go and try to beat the system, right? That's going to be up to you to figure out how to beat the market, even in a demo account, to make sure that you walk away with the biggest profitable account at the end of the day, right? As you can see, my sister Monica, my sister Eva Monica Lamb just posted a link in the back chat for you guys. That's the link for the sign up right there, right? And it's also in my description box. Like I always say, guys, anytime I do a live stream, I always try to provide content in my description box. That way it just won't be a dry description box. I like to provide content. So you can always go back and kind of reference it later. If you missed the live stream, go back and look at my old videos. I always got content of the day, current events, whatever, upgrades, downgrades, earnings, for the next day, news. I'm always going to provide some good data. Basically, I live for that. I love data, right? I love being able to help people if I can too. All right, so that's that. All right, so that's the link in the description box. Check it out, guys. Hey, it's my honor, family. Everything's monetizable, 100% my honor. So I guess why I say, guys, share this link with everybody. It costs you nothing, and you got all to gain from this. Even if you trade or don't trade, again, that's why you want to link with us anyway. Through our investment, introduction to investment workshop that we have, in our Facebook Messenger group, or connect with me in our Discord rooms, right? We Trade HQ, Black Box Stocks. I'm in several of them. Stock Trap, Mac go down the list. I'm in probably like 20 different Discord rooms, right? If not, catch me on Twitter. You can catch me on Stock Twits. You can catch me on Instagram now. I just started an Instagram page finally, right? I'm getting there. I guess I'm still old school. But you got access to me, guys. One thing about me, I try to make myself available. Even though I've been busy lately, I may not have been so reachable. But even though at some point I can get around to make sure, I can answer questions, this, that, and the third. So I do have that in the description box as well. All my social media contact information is down in the description box, right? So my stock twits, I don't have a stock twist one up to do it. No, I don't. I only have Twitter, Instagram, my Facebook business page, and my We Trade HQ Discord. But I'm also on Stock Twist as well, right? And I'll make sure I post that link just in case you guys want to reach me on Stock Twist too. Right? It's pretty much Stock Twist is just pretty much like the Facebook or Twitter for stock investors. That's all it is. And so it's crazy over there too, but it's real deal people over there getting after some major money. And that's different between Facebook and Twitter and Stock Twist. People on Facebook and Twitter getting emotional payouts, right? Emotional highs because they got a like, right? Or someone, said something nice on their little post, right? And hey, ain't nothing wrong with that if you like that. But what we do, we get to real money, right? We get into the bag. And and if we can get some good content that can help us, through these different little social media sites for investors and traders, then that's what they're there for. That's the difference between a think tank or people who get into the bag as opposed to everybody else who's sitting around just holding the bag, right? Waiting for opportunity, right? Waiting to go, sign up, for somebody on the job. And then again, nothing wrong with that, but we chase opportunity. We don't wait for opportunity. All right, that's just the facts. I'm not going to never say anything less than that because I know what it's like. I've worked corporate America. I've owned my own businesses. Ain't nothing better than working and owning things on your own, right? And being your own boss. All right, that's just the facts. All right. So again, that's that on far as that. So you guys clear with that. You'll get more of this information yourself too when you sign up. So it won't be no discrepancies. Right. So that's it. So it's just said so it says to get the latest updates, including technical matters, winners and losers, everything relevant. It says follow us on Twitter. We went over that already. So that way you want to keep up with any of the stats that's happening live during the trading challenge itself. Just go to their Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook. They're gonna have that for you, right? Every day of the competition will be covered live on our live trading chat room. They have the live webinar room where y'all already know how that works. If you sign up with them already, you get access to be able to trade with me in real time, Scott, Michael, Paz, Jill, all those guys over there, Gil, the whole crew, right? Our brother Wolves of Wall Street, every now and then he pop up. All right, so again, you get that access to be able to trade with those guys in real time. Top performers, grid positions, highest earners, and the most brutal disqualification. They're gonna talk about even the biggest losers, right? Let that marinate. So if you bomb real early because you try something crazy, they're gonna air you out, right? They're gonna be like, so and so chose to do this, and man, he went down flaming, right? It's gonna be one of them kind of ESPN commentated kind of thing, right? So the entire drama will be broadcast to you live again by the moderators on social media, right? And they also have it where you can get yeah, the 14-day trial to the trading chat room. Now that's what's going to be beneficial, you guys. So I'm gonna make sure I get y'all that 14 trial so you can sit in and watch them trade real time. Right. So that's another access point that you'll get up until the actual competition starts live. You can sit in on some of them trading chat rooms in real time. If you don't, sit on there, then you definitely come into our Discord room, right? Or if I go live throughout the day, you could definitely tune into my live stream when I'm trading real time anyway, or I set my trades and let them fade them or take them up, whatever. But either way, you'll have access to see this stuff, and be around the people who are going to be moderating and this, that, and the third. All right. And so that's it. So the rest of it, just share your thoughts, discuss various strategies with thousands of viewers. Getting disqualified doesn't mean the fun has to stop for you. So you can always, grab a chair, relax in front of the live stream, and enjoy the shows on top competitors battle. Because you can still follow along even if you bomb out. But y'all know how that goes. People so lose. Like, man, I want to watch somebody else make no money. Right? You probably like, man, I'm gonna cut this mess off. I'm done now. And you can go on. But if you do want to follow along after the fact, you still can. Because again, it's just good sports. Whatever. I ain't saying you have to. You don't. Right? And so if you are good enough, get yourself to the top of the chart and take the prize home. That's what it's all about, right? Be that guy, be that woman, right? Be that dude, so to speak, right? Go get it, right? It's opportunity. And it says, think you have a shot for a winning position. What are you waiting for? Sign up for the competition now and let's have fun. Okay, that's just promo aspect of it, right? So again, you don't gotta sign up for this. Don't cost you nothing. Everything again, my link, is already in the description box. Thanks to Eva Monica, she posted it for you guys. 100% cost you $3, cost you nothing, right? So ain't nobody be like coming at you sideways. It costs you nothing, right? So and you got everything, everything in the game. So keep that in mind, right? And so that's pretty much that, in terms of the specs about the competition, what it's going to take, this, that, and the third. Again, if you have more questions that you want to get answered, hit me up. I'm going to provide it for you. We end early. It's just what, day 3 since it started. First it started. I got the information Friday. I talked to him again yesterday. So I've been talking to him since Friday and Saturday, like on the phone, like with the people who setting all this stuff up. So they giving me firsthand inside information, whether you want to look at the inside information out, but they giving me full details on what I need to do to make sure that you guys are secure. And that's that part where, I'm humbled about, because I built up a good relationship with them so much that, again, I'm not just getting an email like a lot of guys are going to get. Nothing against those guys, but they call me direct because I know them like that. I built a good relationship with them and say, hey, this is what you want to focus on, Willis or African Poor. You want to focus on this. You want to make sure they know this, make sure they know that, so that way your guys are straight. Right. So that's the advantage that I have. I think, I've earned that because, again, I am selfless in the way that I go about trying to, help or provide something. Again, I'm no one special. Y'all know me. I'm like the last guy to accept or have an ego. Right. I don't even deal in ego. Right. I deal in data and, and what could be beneficial to us. And so this is really good because it just, again, costs you nothing. And we already do this anyway, or we already training for some of you guys. You're already training, going through the process of learning anyway. Well, here's an opportunity where you could do it in real time. And again, who knows? You may just be a winner. You may be that person to win against all these so-called gurus and these people that probably think they better than everybody else. No, you could probably be that one to walk away, that anomaly, right? So someone like Ross Cameron might sign up just to trade it, just to see if he can whoop it. Right, the way that he trade. I'm pretty sure some of the guys gonna try to do it. Some of these guys, y'all know, your little favorite guys, like probably Steven Dux or Tim Sykes, probably Jason Bond. Some of the guys may sign up for it just on GP. just to see if they can, win their count. Right? It don't cost them nothing. So that's what's going to be exciting about this. And I'm interested to see if they're going to sign up because I'm probably going to email. I know a couple of them, a little bit. Not as like I know them super person, but again, I've conversated with Tim Sykes before. I've conversated with Ross Cameron, several times before, and a few of these other guys. Again, now they, larger than life, whatever the case. But most of us came up through the same little ranks. We all were sharing information data. Some people was already foundated. Some were just, getting there. Again, a person like Steve Ducks, right? Some of you guys may know him. I traded in the same circles he did in a lot of times. And look where he at now. He well over a millionaire. He traded with my brother, my buddy Billy, Wolves of Wall Street. Some of you guys may know him, right? I told you guys his story a long time ago. Love that brother. He's super awesome brother, humble brother. He was a full-time nurse in Texas, in Houston, right? Walked away from that and became a self-made, millionaire trading stock market. Start doing it real time, right? I mean, again, come on, guys. It ain't nothing crazy about this. It's just still opportunity at the end of the day. And it goes back to how bad you want it. And if you ain't asking yourself that every day you wake up, then I know we have some off days where you just don't have the energy or the intestinal fortitude to go. But again, we know we get up every day with a purpose and a passion for a reason, and that's to be secure in our value in our life and what we can do for our family and our friends. So again, when the opportunity presents itself, I'm the first one to say, knock on the door. Even better, kick the door down. Why wouldn't you? Because it don't cost you nothing. Right? And these are the moments that I get excited about because I look through all the red print, make sure ain't no kind of fine line stuff that they trying to get you. Nope, it ain't none of that. I went through it. It's 100% all accessible challenge that's given to you like anybody else. And so again, that should excite you guys. So get excited, right? As I like to say, get excited. So we'll watch the promo video one more time, then we'll do a Q&A, then we'll get on off here. So let's go with the Q&A, the promo video from Mayor one more time, and then we'll do a Q&A. Hold up. Oh, someone said y'all can't hear it. Oh, so y'all weren't able to hear the promo? God, dog, I'm sitting there running the promo, and I thought y'all could hear him. God, dog, why y'all ain't saying that? Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. Blasphemy. Y'all blasphemy. I'm firing all y'all. Y'all got to. That's why I asked that because I wasn't sure if it was playing through the headset. So my bad, guys. Let me run it back again. I'm sorry, and I'll put it on my regular regular speakers on. God, dog, my bad, guys. I'm sorry about that. Let me do it that way. All right, so let me go there, and then let me make sure um, it's set up through. Yep, yep. Okay, play the sound through that. Okay, great. All right, so sorry about that again, guys. God dog it. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. Y'all gonna send me out there like that, like I'm Harper on Color Purple. Yeah. All right, so let's start that one more time, guys. Sorry.
live demo account. If you win the competition, you will be funded with a real live $240,000 account. That's almost $250,000. Can you make it? Do you have what it takes to become a trader? Sign up now to prove it. And here's how the competition works. Each competitor gets a $240,000 demo account to trade with. You have 2 weeks or 10 trading days to trade the demo account. Whoever has the highest account balance by the end of the competition is the winner. The winner gets, as I mentioned before, a $240,000 funded account to trade with. Together with Tradet's profit valued at $9,000. In fact, all 10 winners get funded accounts ranging from $14,000 to $240,000 with a total of more than $1 million to trade with. Can you make it to the top 10? Click here and sign up and prove to the world that you own it.
All right, guys. So that's that. All right. So let me switch back over to my headset here. All right. So all right. All right, guys. Testing, testing here. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Make sure you guys can hear me here. All right. Real tech. Yep. I think you guys can hear me. All right. All right. So that's it, guys. In a nutshell, that's the challenge. That's that's the opportunity that we have afforded to us. Through this challenge here. And again, I'm just excited. To just say, hey, again, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Right? And so, if anything, again, it may affect, how you day trade. If you trade, real time throughout the day, in real time, you just have to find a way to allocate, some time throughout your day, daily regimen of trading, and make sure you kind of get this challenge in to, like, at least meet the requirements. It said a minimum of 5 days out of 10. So guess what? If you could do it all in 5 days, at the minimum of the 5 days, then guess what? you know, you can do it. So you may say, well, every other day, I'll trade that account. Kind of scenario like that. You know what I'm saying? So to be like, let's say you traded Tuesday as opposed to Monday, then you trade it again on Thursday, right? And then the following week, you say, I'm gonna do it Monday, Wednesday and Friday. All right, that's your 5 days minimum. See what I'm saying? Or you could just say again, go hard. I'm trading every single day. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I get my opportunity in and juice this thing as hard as I can. And again, right now is a good time. Well, it's gonna be at the point where some of the good stocks for earning plays are gonna be bought over anyway, because y'all not like trade the earning plays. But there's still gonna be a few of them out there that you probably can trade even in that perspective too. So again, if they sold off bad on earnings miss, you can come in if the stock still has some more downside, in the stock downside expansion. Guess what? You already know you got a surefire catalyst because the stock sold off because it missed its earnings. Or it could be the inverse. Y'all know how stocks off. They'll sell off real bad pre-market on a bad earnings miss. And then Wall Street to come in and say, you know what, this is overdone. This is over, just oversold. Let me buy this bottom up, this discount bottom buy, and you ride that thing up by $5, $6, $7, $8. We've seen that happen all the time in the market. Right? You think it's a surefire the stock will keep selling off, you catch the bottom bounce reverse, ride that baby up by $5, $6. Right? And you keep adding on every increment level of whole dollar marks or half dollar marks. Add to your position, scale into it, protect your entry point, and just ride that baby all the way up, right, to some good profit. And so again, there's no rhyme or reason in terms of that perspective, but either way, again, that opportunity is there, and that's what matters above all things, right? The opportunity. All right, so that's that. So I'm excited, guys. So I hope you guys are excited. Again, I didn't want to take up too much of you guys' time. We've been on about an hour, about an hour and 30 minutes. But I just really want to go into detail and give you guys some clarity on the rules, the terms and conditions, everything how it's set up. So again, if you have a question later, don't hesitate, double back, ask them, ask me, contact them, whatever you need. But again, the link to the competition is in my description box. I repeat, the link to the competition is in the description box on this live stream right now. So don't hesitate. Go down where it says link for the competition and click that link and sign up and sign your spouses up. and sign your kids up. If you got kids in the house above the age of 18, sign them up too. You got family members, whether they trade or they don't, it make me think about trade. Help them get signed up, don't cost them nothing. Again, somebody might just get lucky and win. I got a feeling it's gonna be somebody that's get lucky and win. It may not even be that kind of, type of trader anyway. They might just like, hey, I just was hitting buttons and I stayed within I knew one thing, not to go above 3,500 in the loss, and them jokers might just win. And I'm like, man, what? What? Wait, what? What just happened? All right, but that's cool. All right, so let's do a Q&A, guys, and we'll get out of here, guys. I don't want to hold up your Sunday any more than it is. I think it's what basketball season, playoff season right now, right? In the NBA. So some of you guys probably watching basketball, like, bro, get on with it. All right, go watch this basketball. I let you know I don't really watch that stuff anymore. But again, that's just me. All right. Um. So again, so brother, so the family, everything monetizable. Can you walk us through the sign up, i.e., what to do after we sign up for the channel? So yeah, so all you're gonna do again, per the details, is once you sign up, they only gonna ask some basic things from you, right? All right, and again, it's only one. You only get to roll one time under your under your name that you use. All right, some of you guys may have aliases that third, but you got to be able to sign up, per your government name or your slave name or whatever you choose to call it, right? And so you only get uh one time to access. If you try to do it again under the same name, they're gonna automatically disqualify you, I think. So don't do that by all means. So make sure you're thorough when you do, you know, go through your credentials. Right. It says and it has to be done by May 16th. So again, we early, guys. What I'm saying, we early in the process because they contacted me right away. They contacted me Friday. Matter of fact, I got an email Thursday. Then I got a phone call Friday. This is how much I know they wanted me to really, really, put this out there for you guys because y'all know how I am. I'm always trying to provide stuff. So they emailed me, then they turned around and called me, and then they turned around and called me again Saturday. And I spoke to them Friday and Saturday again in detail, lengthy detail for a long conversation. And so they really gave me all the nuts and bolts and what to look forward to share it with you guys. And so again, all you need for the registration again is your full name, email address, a valid phone number so they can contact you, right? A full address, right? Because if you do win the account, they got to have a way to validate your identity, right? Me and a picture of your ID, be it driver license, passport, it could just be a regular government or state ID, right? So that's simple, right? And you have to be at least a minimum of 18 years old, right? So that's just keep that in mind. And so and like I said before, they're only gonna have one slot available, per person. So anyone who attempts to apply more than once will be banned from the competition. And they made sure they put that in there. So again, don't try to sign up twice under your same, credentials, right? So that way you be good to go. Um, do you already have a demo account to sign up? What they're gonna do is they're gonna give you opportunity to sit in. You get under the 14-day trial in the live chat room that they have. They'll give you a chance to have that opportunity to sit in and watch them trade the account in real time, like the different accounts. Now, if you just want to play with the account yourself, right, and trying to get used to the platform and like really do that if you've never been familiar with the program or the platform altogether. Now they still do have, I think, don't quote me on this, but I'll find out. I'll call them specifically and ask that question. Can I get you guys in on, like a little 14-day trial account or a 5-day trial account demo where you can play with the account? Because I mean, it's still a demo, but you know, you'll get a chance to kind of tweak and play with the platform itself before the actual competition starts on May 28th. Now I'll see if I could do that. Again, I don't want to, say yeah, nay, but I'll see what I can do on that perspective, right? And hopefully they'll say, well, yeah, we'll let them do this and we'll let them, play with it. But again, based upon the criteria, the stuff that they have here, they don't have anything like that in this. But who knows? Someone may ask that question, they might just allow it, right? If that makes sense. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, I thank you again, Eva Monica, for posting the link again, guys. She just posted the link in the back chat, so definitely click that link and sign up for the competition. Again, share that link with everybody you know. Again, family members, friends, co-workers. They got nothing to lose. All right, I know they may not have the time, but again, as long as they trade 5 days out of the 10, that's good. That's better than nothing. And here's another kicker: if they decide to just like the platform altogether and say, whether they're going to win the competition or not, even after playing with that 240,000 buying power account, they could turn around and buy their own account, right? And if you use my link again, my affiliation link, you're already gonna get the lowest price that they offer anyway. Because I get the lowest price. And I ain't just saying that to be making it up. I get the lowest price discount that they offer per the per the end of their packages all the time. They always give me the lowest price. So anybody that come in under me, always gonna get the lowest price. So as opposed to paying the $500 that the initial asked for, you pay under my link $399. And sometimes I'm able to offer to you for $350. Right? Sometimes I'm able to offer it to you for $350. But those moments where you'll know because I'll be like, hey, they're giving me a special rate. But I always get the lowest price. So it's $399. It's $2,700 for the student account as opposed to $3,000. So I say you $3,000 there. For the demo account, it's excuse me, the expert account is $5,400 as opposed to the $6,000. So that saves you about $4,000 there. And for the pro account, which is $9,000, I get you in the door for about 81,000. Excuse me, 8,100. Excuse me, 8,100. So you're getting the lowest price always under my link, always. Right, and y'all know I already have my link in my YouTube live stream. Anyway, I always post my link down there, my regular link. That just if you want to buy your own account, you could do that as well, right? But I want you to win this account. That's all I care about. And if you don't win the big one, I hope one of y'all, or if not several of you guys, be in that top 10. So you win something. All right, that's what I hope. That happens. All right. All right. So number two, someone asked me, what if you had an account before? Do you not have an active account now? No, you still have your active account. Right. So you still have your regular account, your active account, you already got one going, but you still get a chance to try to win a bigger account. And if you do win the bigger account, let's say you trade on an intro account or a student account. If you win this $240,000 account, guess what? Now you also got a $250,000 trading power account that you got access to. And you don't necessarily have to use it right now just because you got your other account live. You can keep, trading under your old account, or you can just go ahead and roll that account up into what? Your pro account now, which gets you $240,000 buying power. So in that moment, let's say you up on your student account, let's say you up like about $16,000 in profit. And you just kept building on it. You've been building on it, building it up. Now you up to like $96,000, right? When you upgrade to that pro account, that winning pro account that you just won, that $16,000 get transferred up with that too. Let that marinate. So that means also the payout. Obviously, you get more money back now as opposed to the 70 excuse me, this 75-25 split that comes along. At that threshold value, right? Now you get a chance to have it at pretty much 80-20, right? 80-20. Right? So you get a bigger profit share that you get to take home with you in the event that you go ahead and just upgrade to the pro account at that point because they give you a bigger profit share. Right? So again, that's exciting, right? Right. So even in that moment, you got to say, well, hey, I ain't got to worry about you little couple of pennies right now. Which ain't still bad, but you just go ahead and get a bigger payout from the value of your win or your profit value when you go out there. Find that great trade or something that can give you a bigger bang for your buck. All right. So just kind of keep that in mind. Right. All right. And so, but that's that, in terms of that. So, again, more questions in the future, let me know. I'll walk you through it. All right. Someone asked me, no, you cannot trade OTC stocks. It's only going to be, stocks that they allow you to trade. If you guys familiar with the account as a whole, they only allow, certain trades that have a certain amount of volume. So it has to meet a certain criteria. And these are the trades that they're going to allow. That's probably going to be, available to trade the same way that we trade it every day. So again, it won't be OTC market. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for that. But again, if you used to trade stocks, some stocks on the OTC market that trade around $5. I know some stocks on the OTC market trade around $9, $10, even more than that. Right? Matter of fact, BMW I think trade on the OTC market. Audi, the car company Audi, I think they trade on the OTC market. If I ain't mistaken. They might not be publicly traded, obviously through the NYSE, which makes them legit in that perspective. But again, you're just familiar with those different price values. What I'm saying, you still can get a chance to trade some of the stuff that you used to trading. All right, so no worries there. All right, so Family Mark Easy asks, so if you lose $3,500 in a day, are you done for the day or disqualified altogether? No. Now, if you lose $3,500 in one day, you disqualified. Right, so they don't want you losing more than $3,500 in one particular trading day. Right, and so that's why they say, well, you get up to 12,000 to lose altogether within the 10 days, but don't try to swing too big for the fences. and then you go down $3,500, because again, that's they're saying in that moment that a person just kind of went willy nilly and they went little too uncontrolled. And if they gave you a funded account for $250,000, then you're probably gonna do the same thing and blow the account up. So I guess that's their way of just saying, hey, we're just trying to protect you from making bad decisions. Now, whether you or not you agree with them or you don't, because most people like, man, I can handle it. I'm good, right? But that's their way of just being saying, well, hey, we don't want to just put you, in a bad position by letting you make that kind of decision. So we just gonna go ahead and curtail that thing out the gate. You can't lose more than $3,500 in one day. And so that's how they put that, that aspect of the rule in. So it says a maximum daily loss up to 3,500 and a maximum total loss up to 12,000. And as soon as the maximum loss limit is reached, the competitor is disqualified from the competition. Now, the 3,500, meaning if you hit that 3,500 or you come close to that, like 3,400, and you set the stop loss there, just go on and shut it down, right? At least you get a chance to fight the next day. But I think if you go beyond that 3,500, that disqualifies you from being able to trade, the next day, right? So, just something to think about from that perspective. So for sure, just trying to figure out risk management on each trade and daily trades. Yeah, that's it. So that's what it all boils down to. You're 100% right, brother Marquise, right? It always boils down to risk management. Y'all know I'm a stickler for that, and I've been the victim of it, like anybody else. But risk management is like, that's what separate a lot of real power players in this game. You got to be able to manage your risk, right? And sometimes things do happen. Again, anomalies happen every day for traders. Again, dog brush up on the ankle, bite him on the ankle. Something happened, or someone had to break in your house, and anything could happen in the middle of a live trade. And again, and if you real time, you're not necessarily setting a technical stop. You may be trying to set a hard stop mentally, and you may have to jump and run somewhere. And guess that, boom, trades goes against you. You might have been up or something like that, and boom, you messed up. And so it's important to learn how to curtail that much as possible, and have really good risk management skills and discipline in that perspective, right? And make sure that your risk versus reward ratio is set up in a way where you're not just overly leveraged if you don't have to be. But this competition gonna bring out, like again, the best of the best, because they're gonna be thinking, hey, I'm gonna put these skills to test. I'm gonna put this strategy to test. I'm gonna put this, all this know-how that I've learned to test. And so again, you're gonna be trading with some people who, whether they care to win or not, they're gonna just be testing, the opportunity to see if they can they could just do something astronomical. And so again, for whatever it's worth, it depends on the person, how you want to go about doing your scenario. But long as you stay within that confinement of the rules, then I would say, hey, go for it. I mean, to do what you need to do to put yourself in the best position to win, but just be cautious in the same breath. Again, you don't lose anything, but you got everything to gain in this moment, right? You have everything to gain in this moment. So look at it from that perspective, and hopefully that'll bring some, some a little bit more, color to the situation, right? So that's it, guys. So if you guys got any more questions, let me know. Again, the link is in the description box below. Check it out. All the I'll be talking about this obviously for the next, basically 2 weeks. So in and out of the Discord rooms that I'm always in and out of, that I've been absent in a lot lately because I've been going through a lot, obviously preparing. But I'll be able to provide, whatever you need. Um, you guys already do have the information in the description box. So there's nothing that pretty much you know left out that I can think of, and that's because I've just I've taken the $500 challenge before. I kind of know all the ins and outs. What I'm saying, and so I think most of all my information at this point is relevant, that I can provide for you guys to benefit from, right? And so that's it. So get excited, man. Get excited, guys. We finna up the ante. All you guys out there been trading and training and practicing on your demo accounts, or just on your TD Ameritrade. One second, guys. One second. I hear some echo. Uh, is that my? Hold up. One second. Yeah. So you guys, again, you got everything you need. So don't hesitate. Hit me up. Whatever you need to do, inbox me questions, whatever. You got the link. So ain't nothing left. ain't nothing to it but to do it, as they used to say back in those days. Ain't nothing to it but do it. So let's do it. All right. So let's get after this, and I will do other subsequent live streams. Up into the competition. So this not gonna be my only one. I'll be doing another one possibly tomorrow, right? Especially if I go live, I'll just also do promo within my live stream of my day trades and say, well, hey, don't forget the competition. I'll make sure I have the links posted in my description box every time I go live up into the competition. But right now, don't procrastinate. Go ahead and sign up like right now. It takes literally what 3 or 4 seconds to sign up, or maybe okay, granted, maybe 20, 30 seconds to put in your credentials, but that's all you need to do, and then just wait for them to contact you, right? So and that way you kind of again you ready to rock and roll, and you just pretty much wait for them to contact you back at that point. All right. So that way you don't just putting it out, because even if you sign up now and you don't have time to trade it when it goes live, well, it still doesn't hurt you, because ultimately you still get 5 days, right? You still get 5 days out of the 10 to trade the account. And if nothing else, again, you might just trade the account just to get familiar with the platform, and maybe thinking, hey, I might want to just buy the account outright, and bypass all that. I know people like that all the time. And I'm like, hey man, sign up for the demo challenge. You may win. Sign up for the $500 demo challenge. You may win that $14,000 buying power account. And they're like, man, I ain't got time for that. Hey, I'm good. I want to buy me a student account right now, or a pro account. Where your link at? Where your affiliate link? Just get me in the game, because I'm ready to rock. And I know people like that all the time. But again, you got nothing to lose in this perspective. So why not swing for the fences? Even if you have an account with them right now, why not swing? Don't swing for the fence as far as your trade, but for the opportunity. Y'all get what I'm saying? Let me clarify that. Right? I say, want to partner. If one of us win, you can have the account and trade it, and we split the price. You best believe people come to me. A lot of people already asked me that. But what I will try to do, because again, I'm still busy in the middle of a transition too. I'll be packing my house up. I'm getting ready to pack my house up here. So when the competition starts on the 28th, guess what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna be knee deep and moving boxes and everything else. So you already know I'm sitting there like, God, dog, y'all picked the wildest time to run this here, man. I'm serious. I was on the I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, man, like really the 28th, really, y'all gonna do me like that? So like anything, a person that works well under pressure, I'm probably gonna be that person. So in between, doing all the other stuff, I'm gonna be trying to, jump on and try to squeeze one or two good trades here, and then go pack some stuff up real quick, run back to the screen, hey, whatever, and so I'm gonna be shaking and moving, man. Y'all already know it. It's gonna be a mess. So I may not be the best, to follow. Had I not had those things to do, then yeah, we'll be, I'll be like, man. But if I do have the time, then I will be going live. You best believe I'll be going live, and we're gonna mirror some trades. We're gonna mirror trades. If you got a better trade, we're gonna take your trade. So any moment I get to do that, then trust me, and we're gonna do it. Mark my word, brother Marky. We're gonna do it, family. So don't hesitate to check in. And if I got window of opportunity, I'm gonna post them like, hey, I'm going live, guys. I'm gonna do the demo challenge. Let's go, right? And so because again, I'm really good at scaling in the trades and scaling out, because from using the platform for so long, I really know how to work those angles, right? So, but it's all about the asset, basically, at the end of the day that you choose, right? Every asset is different. And some of them don't give you a big ATR, right? Average trading range. Some of them may have a tight trading range. And I don't want to sit there and waste 30, 40 minutes trading a stock that's only going to move 30, 60 cents, right? When I could trade a one that's gonna move, maybe $3, $4, like a Tesla or Amazon, or a Booking Holdings, or something that gives you some leverage in terms of a bigger ATR, right? So again, within that is just about being in, at the right entry, because entries matter, right? Entries matter in this game, right? All right. You say, Mr. Bullet said, never traded, want to start. Where do I sign up to start? Hey, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about, family. This is a good opportunity to get for me. Number one, with the platform. Number two, with the opportunity to learn how to trade, and benefit from that opportunity. Kind of, tug, somewhat like playing with it. Kind of like trial by fire kind of reality, right? And so I just figured that to be like a win-win situation. Because again, if you end up liking the platform and you don't necessarily win the challenge, or your goal is not necessarily even to win the challenge, but just get familiar with the platform and be able to trade, a $240,000 demo account, right? That some of us trade in real time. You'll say, well, hey, this is pretty cool. I just go and buy my own account. and get to the real money, like early on. And that could be also be a scenario. Again, I know people that's gonna do that. I've seen how this stuff, happen all the time. Even when I was saying, well, hey, here's a demo channel for the 500, they'll say, again, they'll say, skip that, man. I just going to buy that, or outright, and let's get to the nitty gritty. I'm fine. I'm ready to rock like today. I don't want to wait for tomorrow, and they're just going to buy the account outright. Right? But again, to each his own, right? To each his own. All right. So I'm excited. So yeah, 100% right, brother Mikey. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Brother John Jacob said, Marquise, I got you. We do an even split, 90% me, 10% you. See, again, form a coalition like Voltron, because again, people going to do it. Y'all know people are going to do it. I see people do it right now with real money. Right? A lot of the Discord rooms I'm in, this is what we do. We mirror trades, right? Whoever got the biggest trade, we mirror that, and or the best setup, we some of us mirror that. You don't have to, but again, you can. You know, so hey, I'm like, shh, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. So if you haven't linked with me through some of the Discord rooms I'm in, I do have the We Trade HQ Discord link in the description box below. Go get in those Discord room, guys. I guarantee you, it's a win-win situation to be around other people who do this every single day, because it's like guilt by association, but a good guilt, right? You get a chance to soak up all this game and knowledge basically for free. Because them people, they're working hard to get to the bag, and they're just sharing the data that they have to make it easier, for everybody else. So that's a win-win situation. Yeah, why would you shy away from that? But that's just my opinion. Again, you don't have to follow that, but that's just my value to it, or the thesis that I'll provide. It's a win-win. Utilize what you have. Think it's a think tank. So it's awesome. So, brother, everything monetizable says pig Ebola virus sends shockwaves. Yeah, I saw that clip on that. Yeah, that man. I mean, they got another a pig Ebola virus now. I actually was having that conversation there on my other family channel, the Dagger Squad. We have some real scholastic, heated conversations over there, and today was not, any different, and this whole issue with vaccinations and Ebola and germ warfare, and again, everybody has their different opinions and or what they consider to be valuable factual data. But one thing is for certain, that there's a lot of things out there that are being done uh, that may be outside of what we could quote unquote call our pay grade, but doesn't necessarily mean that we can get the data on it that is worth proving. And so anytime you have a scare like outbreak of a virus, this whole issue with the measles that happened in New York with that Jewish community, it's weird to how that happened with those guys and those guys only though. It's why did that one little Jewish community have a measles outbreak, but none of the other surrounding parishes or this, that, the third within New York contract the measles? Things like that. You got to stop and think and pause. Like, okay, that's weird. And the same way with the Ebola virus when it broke out back in 2014, when it was ravaging West Africa. It started out in a certain small demographic in Africa, and then it spread it. Like, what made it specific to that one little region, and why it stayed more central to that reason? But again, I'm not gonna get into that because I know how people, they'll get all over the place, and they again, do your own research. Is all I'm saying. So, but in relation to that, what you asked, brother, everything monetizable. If there are any stocks out there that deal with, within that parallel, then yes, it's worth behooving. We do know that feeder hogs are traded as a commodity on the stock market. So some of you guys know that, so it ain't nothing new for us because we do this every day, right? And not to say that people who don't trade the market don't understand how commodities and all this stuff work, don't know and can't figure this stuff out themselves, but we see this stuff every day. We see biotech companies every single day, right? We see what they do every single day. We see how they get rejected on FDA clearances all the time. CL clearances, CLR clearances, excuse me, FDA clearances, rejections, patents get revoked. All we see this stuff every single day, so we familiar with this stuff. But a lot of people, again, they don't see that because they may not be familiar with this process and what it entails to be an investor trader, because all we do is pull over data from sun up to sundown. Our whole life is derived around data chasing. Y'all know me, I've been speaking about that for the longest. Like, all we are just pretty much data chasers. We get paid to uncover the best data and then apply it to the market in a way we can walk away from with a benefit. That's it. So we have to be well read, well studied, and on top of our game daily. So by proxy of that, again, like I was always tell you, people, it's lonely when you become somewhat of an investor trader because if nobody else understands what we talk about and what we do. It's like having that Charlie Brown teacher language barrier. You know, to everybody else, it's like what he just said. It's like wah 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 wah, and we like no, bro, but you need to look at this. You need to look at this. You need to look at this, and they have no clue, but they're like yeah yeah yeah. So again, that's why I said, man, I value everybody that I come in contact with that has a passion to want to learn how to invest and trade because we know at the end of the day, the world global wealth is locked into the stock market. Don't be mistaken. The wealth of the world is locked in the global markets. You can't convince me otherwise because we see the large notional values that come through every single day, even on crappy stocks. Like a stock that's trading like 30 cents and a float, maybe like 5 million shares on the float, meaning they have a 5 million shares to be available to be traded on the regular float, and it trade like 6 times and 10 times its actual float in one day, meaning the float turned over by 6 to 10 times. Now you put money on top of that for a stock that's trading, let's say a dollar stock, and it turns over 10x in terms of volume value in a single day. The amount of money that flowed through that company that they done made literally overnight from the people that invested money where they took profit out and some people stayed for the swing, that increased their market value literally, you know, 3 and 4, 5, 10x. And they could literally borrow against that money the next day. Matter of fact, within the next few hours, if they chose, they could do a stock offering right away and lock in some of their profit to go R&D with that money, do some mergers and acquisitions, some M&A, M&A movements. And that's how the market works. Nike, Amazon, they may not do stock offers that much, but because they well funded at this point, but all them jokers start out the same way, struggling to be noticed and getting their product and service out there. Y'all know Jeff Bezos' story. Joker started in a little dusty little, old school fan blowing type AC in the winter unit and with some little dusty little old books. A dusty little room. I still got that picture like most people probably do. And look where he at now, the world's richest man. Again, dreams come true for certain people. If they have the kind of drive and passion, tenacity to go forward and work hard for what they want. And some of it could be about luck and chance too. I get it, but y'all know what's up because we don't work on, we don't move off emotion. We move off real data, right? Because the data what moves the market. Now we know that there's no exact science to trading, right? Even when the market is wrong, right? You can't fight against that because you don't have enough money to go against that. If it's selling off and it should be spiking up, you can't, ain't nothing you can do to stop it. All the technicals might be right, all the fundamental analysis might be right, the trend might be set right, the pattern might be forming from the day before. But guess what? If they choose to pull that sell lever, guess what? Ain't nothing you can do but try to buy the dips, get a little rip, and get out the way. And I guarantee you, I'm going to show you right now. I've been posting all day long about this whole what? The tariff, extra 25 billion that Trump finna slap on the tariffs. I'm skimming on China for the tariff stuff because the trade talks are taking too long to happen. Well, guess what the market? Remember, I was telling everybody that the market gonna sell off possibly off this news, and I knew it was gonna sell off because I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later. With this old kind of landing the fames and just kind of walking the market up every day with this melt up because they can't come up with a concrete, trading plan, and they doing that purpose because the market has been rallying on the opportunity to buy the rumor. It's a buy the rumor kind of market now, and they just keep buying, 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 buying. It's overbought. It's frothy. It's saturated with fluff, and analysts still telling you upgrade this and extra 30% price target increase. It's crazy. It's like the Wild Wild West right now. And in the real world, the market would not be trading this way. But Trump, y'all know Trump is his presidency is going to be, relegated back to what? How well the stock market is. So he don't care. So they're going to pump the market with fiat currency left and right. But I guarantee you, again, at some point, what goes up that hard and that high, it has to come down. So right now, the futures market is getting pummeled behind that news that Trump is going to raise or re-implement, that extra $25 billion that he took off around the beginning of the year for doing the tariff trade talks. Then he said, "Well, I'll take it off because we get some more information, kind of let us know that we getting close to a trade deal." But all that was fluff at the end of the day, which some of us already knew. It was more or less, let's string the stock market along, Wall Street long enough to keep them believing in us, and they're gonna keep pumping liquidity into the market, right? Which is gonna obviously increase the GDP value because number one, when people feel like there's a surplus of money coming in, it invigorates them to want to do more to what? To grow their money if they invest in the market or not. People 401k, their TSP, Roth retirement plans, anything that you have out there, especially after 2018 happened, you start to get that rebound now. Right, so people returning back to work, and some of those numbers probably fudged. I know how they fudge numbers too. I ain't crazy. Right, even this last payroll number, this 236,000 jobs claimed number. I was like, yeah, bruh. How y'all go from 199 up to 36,000? That's a lot of people. But again, I understand. Y'all know what's up. But right now, the futures market is getting pummeled, guys. Let me share my screen right now. Let me just stop talking and squawking and show some data. Right, y'all know me. I like data. Right? I don't do all that old whatever talk. Let's show some data. This is your futures market right now, guys. A 354-point drop in about what, an hour and 30 minutes. The market already crashing on that news. Look at this. I'm not making this up. The Dow is down 356 points. In a real market scenario, in order for the market to drop 353 points in one, it typically happens in a week's time. By a real market standard, this happened in a matter of an hour and 30 minutes. 356-point drop. And it went down lower than that. Look where it was. It was all the way down to 26.30, which I figured it did, coming from the high, right, to where it's at now, right, which is way up here. It opened up at 26,512. So it dropped all the way down to 20. It dropped over 500 points. It takes the market sometimes 2 weeks to drop over 500 points. This happened in a matter of an hour and 30 minutes off that news. Because again, they've been ramping the market up over and over and over on these fake job numbers and unemployment claims and payroll numbers, this and the CPI numbers and all these kind of different industrial numbers and this, that, and the third. And we've been hearing a long time ago that the economy was already slowing down going into 2019. That was the whole point about them trying to what? Do more quantitative easing from the federal market, or Federal Reserve, because they knew like, well, hey, we don't really have any kind of real organic growth happening now. That's why buybacks have been through the roof lately. Y'all know my stance on buybacks. Again, that's just my opinion, but it's still based on data. This is how companies have been beating their earnings lately. They've been buying back shares. The hustle is that the average investor don't understand what buybacks actually does to their portfolio. They think it's a good thing because obviously in that moment you get a little boost in the stock price. Yeah, I get it. But guess what? You don't get to really benefit from that buyback until you sell your position. So the hustle is it's supposed to giving you, excuse me, a dividend increase, which is free money on top of your investment, which comes in the form of a dividend check, and you don't have to close out your position. They went and did the tax write-off in terms of the hustle of the buybacks. That's the same reason why Elizabeth Warren fighting against it. I think it's Mitt Romney and a lot of other Republicans and Democrats alike are trying to fight to overthrow these buybacks, these exorbitant high buybacks. The way that they just Wall Street just fluffing up investors got them thinking they winning because you do a buyback and it spike the stock up a little bit. But guess what? 2-3 days later, the stock right back down almost, or a week later, it's back down to where you were started at. And guess what? You didn't benefit from that buyback now, 1 point. Because guess what? If you didn't sell your position, or your position, you especially your long-term holder, how did you benefit from it? They would have came out better giving you a dividend check. Which number one, you don't have to liquidate your position or any of your position, and you get a nice little royalty check, so to speak. That's what a dividend is. It's a royalty check for saying, hey, we thank you for being, investing in our company, helping us, do M&A and this, that, and the third. So it's supposed to giving you like a 3% or 4-5% dividend increase, right? If they pay out a dividend, they're gonna hustle you through the tax write-off on the buyback. Guess who has to pay the tax on that buyback? The investor do, because if you sell your position, you got to pay that tax. That's how they hustling you. They ain't footing the bill on the buyback on the taxes. They pass it off to the investor, the consumer, or the employee in the stock options. Crafty jokers, crafty joker. But your brother know the game. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. And a lot of people know it. A lot of the more intellectual pundits out there that speak on this stuff every single day, they know it too. And sometimes they're going to say it. And then those are the moments when CNBC they'll be trying to like hush them up real quick. No, don't be saying that. Don't be saying that. Because they got that bullish thesis. Everything got to keep going up because they're benefiting off of it right now. Y'all know how this stuff go. If it start going in your favor, of course you're gonna talk good on it. You ain't gonna be the anti your opportunity to make money. I get it, but I do understand froth when I see froth and fluff when I see fluff. I mean, we see that with Tesla, with Elon Musk. We see that with a lot of companies, and they up because it's a whole lot of what over speculation, not fundamental technical analysis type reality that's based upon some good valuation. It's just outright speculation. And so that's a part of the market where we have to be cognizant of it. We have to set aside our emotion. Y'all know how this stuff going away. Ain't no ego in trading, right? Because it's you against the market, right? It ain't you against somebody that's telling you that you wrong on your thesis or your premise. It's whatever the market says, right? So you have to humble yourself enough to realize every aspect of the trade, right? All the different variables that can go against you or even go in your favor. So never be myopic in your stance. Never be myopic in your stance. Be willing to audible and adjust like anybody else. Matter of fact, who was the best? When I used to watch sports like that, the best audible quarterback on the planet was who? I'm gonna quiz y'all on some sports. I'm gonna use sports guys out there. Who was the best audible quarterback ever to play the game? Well, I guess what I say in our little generation, who was the best audible quarterback who can just on the dime better than anybody out there? Let me see if somebody know in the back chat. Throw the name in the back chat if y'all know who I'm talking about. He was the best audible quarterback out there. And 100% right, brother T-Bone 21. You own your game. He's the best audible quarterback out there. Look over defense and have the defense changing up from a 3-4 to the nickel. They had to change so quick because he picked them jokers apart. You couldn't do nothing with Manny when it came to checking down and calling different plays on the fly. And so that's what we do in terms of the stock market. Things change on a dime. I've been in trades where I'm up $1,300, $1,400. Literally run in the bathroom real quick. Come back, I'm down 300. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what happened? Well, this drop you're seeing right now on my screen is indicated what happens in this stock market in the middle of a nanosecond. So that's why this stuff is not for the faint of heart if you don't understand the complexity of it. Meaning if you don't have stop losses set, know how to do all those things to kind of fail safe your money. But again, they are anomalies, granted, but they do happen more than often because we understand this is money. This is politics. This is a lot of things that drive the global markets day over day. And if you're not privy to the data or the science or what's necessary for you to be able to do it, as a day trader more than anything, and not that you have to trade so radical either too. Don't get it twisted. But again, if you do want to be profitable at the level of some of the money that some of you guys are putting down on a daily, you have to step your game up when it comes to your study habits. In terms of your knowledge value, you have to be on top of what you proclaim every single day. And so in the moment where you can catch that big drop, right? And you in on the right side of the trade because you knew leading up to this, you was already kind of doing your research, hearing the rumors. Oh man, Trump might throw a curveball coming the weekend, right? That's when he get ramped up on Twitter on Sunday when the market going to open up. And lo and behold, he threw a curveball out there today, doing early in the day that he's gonna re-implement that 25 billion back on China because he feel like the trade talks are going being strung out a little too long now. He's starting to get tired of the bromance with President Z and all these other people like Lighthouse, Navarro, Mnuchin, and Cutlow lying self. He again, I don't want to get political. People might like Larry Cutlow, but I know fluff when I hear fluff. And all he been doing is just fluffing the market, fluffing the data. Y'all know how people cook the books all the time. It happens on regular companies. So you think the government don't cook the books too? Come on, stop being naive. Be the king of your own castle. Be the queen of your own castle. Learn how to research properly. Don't fall for anything unless you can research and quantify to the best of your ability, right? And so that's just reality. That's just the reality of things, right? And so that's why you have to be careful. And so again, a lot of these companies they're not beating earnings on organic growth. They're beating on the value of buybacks because anytime you buy back shares, guess what it does to your earnings per share? It increases your earnings per share. It gets logged as an earnings per share value of capital. So that's how a lot of companies been beaten. I've been speaking about this extensively, so it ain't no secret. But if you guys new to me, again, y'all know how I am. I'm a data nerd, man. I love data. That don't mean me to make me the best trader, this, that, third, but I love researching data because I know that's the kind of stuff that help move the market. So fundamentals matter. Yeah, you can have a good technical game. I get it. Granted, you can have a good, pattern recognition game and trend pattern recognition game. I get it. But at the end of the day, you still need a good variable, viable catalyst too. In some cases, or some good data understanding surrounding the fundamentals, so you can also make good decisions based on that too. Right. So it's a totality. With that whole reality. Right. And so again, I just want to put that out there, guys. So again, I don't want to get caught in all that, but that's why I go live during the regular, trading session, and we discuss these kind of things because it matters. It matters because we see it all the time. So just like I was telling everybody earlier, I've been posting all over social media. Hey, look out tomorrow. I hope you ain't got no calls in the spy, basically, because all of them finna get land blasted tomorrow off this news, right? Because people like, man, the market ain't gonna sell off that. And guess what? It very may well fill the gap tomorrow between way down here all the way back up to tomorrow. If the pump protection team kicks in tomorrow, I mean, this Federal Reserve pump all that fake fiat currency back into the market like they've been saving the market over the past literally 5-6 months, and decide to do that, just kind of close this gap here, then guess what? Ain't nothing you can do to stop it. But that's a 500-point drop, guys. Don't get it twisted. The market dropped 500 points off that news. What does that tell you? Right? That means everybody ain't so interesting in that whole idea that the market is still has all this extra level of expansion to the upside to offer. Because people already been taking profit a little bit last week. Like, man, the market's like up on a wing, just on fluff now. It's like when you go get your coffee and get whipped on your little whatever y'all drink, what them coffees is now, macchiato. I don't know. That's whatever. I used to drink and stuff, but you get double whip, right? You get double fluff, right? That's a sugar rush, a sugar bomb rush. You're gonna be wired for the next 8 hours possibly, and that's what's happening in the market now. It's just a lot of fluff. It's a lot of extra sugary, speed hype, Ritalin type of adrenaline rush going on, and everybody gonna continuously thinking the market's gonna keep going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And it's okay if you're on the right side of the trade because you can, again, you making money, you making money. But at the end of the day, you have to be balanced. You have to be very balanced. So you never be a perma bull and you never be a perma bear, meaning a permanent trader that only trades in one direction or the other. Be balanced in everything you do, right? Because the life is about balance, right? It ain't all about being right all the time or perceiving to be right. Just because you like, to hear the sound of your voice or someone to cheerlead you to say, yeah, you right. No, that's not how life works. So again, be conscious of that, guys. You don't need me to tell you that, but as a person that trains, mentors, and learns too, that's still learning too, I understand the value of what is why you need to be balanced, especially as an investor trader, because again, no 2 days are alike. Just because you make money today, don't necessarily mean you're gonna make money tomorrow. Right? The market switches up all the time, and so we're seeing that tonight off that news or that catalyst, so to speak. That's what it is. It's a catalyst for what? To open up the what? The bears to really get what excited for a change because they've just been getting land blasted lately. All right, short sellers been getting land blasted. You have to be able to, you have to know how to short sell with precision. It's a harder form of trading as it is anyway, but it's the most highly skilled value of trading too, where the payouts can be monumental if you know how to do it properly. So that's why it comes with a lot of scrutiny, right? And you can blow a account up a lot faster short selling than you ever blow up a account out just going long, right? That's just the facts. That's just the facts. Right, 100% right. Family John Jacobs, worse than the 1673 tulip craze, South Sea bubble in 1711, the crash of 1873 crash of the 1929 Black Monday, 1987, 1998, Asian crash.com burst bubble. Yep, 2008 financial crisis, all combined. 100% right, brother John Jacob. 1000% right. All the old bubbles that have happened in around the U.S. based markets, right? And how prevalent they are, right, in relation to understanding that nothing keeps going up forever. And that's the delusion of grandeur that gets a lot of traders caught out there, right, in this, unprecedented lack of discipline and, understanding that there has to be some kind of context to the reality of why things are just the way they are. And so knowing that protects your backside and your front side for most cases. And that's why it's important to study both sides of the market. Why wouldn't you? The game It's learning how to what you know learn from the game properly. What it's showing you. The game don't always show you what straight up to the moon. Sometimes the game show you what pullbacks, you know, sell-offs, flash crashes. This kind of stuff that toggle your emotional buttons a little bit. You're like, whoa, whoa, what was that, man? My heart palpitated a little bit extra there. Thought I had a heart murmur off that move there. Because I guarantee you, that's what somebody felt tonight when this thing dropped. When the futures market opened up at 6 o'clock, and this thing dropped instantly 500 points. What did that do to a person who bought calls for the market to go up in the option market Friday and thought that their position going to be golden to probably go out there and test some big numbers next week? They probably spit their little drink out, or they might have been on a date with a woman and looked down on their phone in the future market and got an alert that it was selling. They probably spit their little drink out like whoa whoa, spit all over their little woman dress. Because again, in order for someone to make money, someone has to lose money in this market. That's just the facts. Ain't no other way around that. Right? Somebody has to be emotionally compromised and make bad decisions, and somebody has to be poised, patient, and persistent to nothing what capitalize on that because they moving in a value of a scientific value, even though this is not just pure science. It's a mixture of both psychological, technical, right? That whole reality how to marry both, right? And that's what makes a good trader. So that's why I'm always preaching, for lack of better words, what the value of discipline, right? Due diligence and discipline is pretty much all I talk about. Y'all know me. Due diligence and discipline. I'm a victim of my own words too sometimes because I get caught up in those same moments at times, but I learn how to fine tune it as I go. And the same way, again, I've seen a lot of my peers turn out to be millionaires or going to make millions. Again, I ain't been doing this like long as some of them guys, but that showed the testament of what their growth and evolution and being better at due diligence and discipline too, because that's how you be profitable in the market. You have to have those two things in your favor. That's just the facts. And so, segueing back to the competition, good opportunity to talk about that competition. You mess around and knock it out the park and win that competition. You coming in ahead of a lot of people, $250,000 to trade with. Imagine that. Again, you know what it reminds me of, guys? That movie, what the movie, Talladega Nights with what the little actor name, Will Ferrell, and the little boy that had the stole his mama's station wagon with the little Ricky Bobby. He was the baby Ricky Bobby. He stole his mama's station wagon. He's like, I want to go fast. Right, he behind the wheel. Cause bad look on the dashboard. Talking about he want to go fast. Right, in the station wagon. That's what a lot of people how they trade. Right, so hey, you can be lucky sometimes. Sometimes you may, but at the ultimate, you gotta know what you're doing a little bit. And so this opportunity kind of gives you, hey, who knows? You might just win it. And if you win the competition, you got to bet it. You have to keep it. They said that you can't gift it to nobody. Now they may change that later, but it said in as far as the terms and services that you have to be able to you can't give it to anybody else or something like that that's not registered because they do it under your login credentials, meaning your ID. You are the person, the sole owner of the account at that time. Now they may have some clause in a special clause where they say, well, you know what, I'd rather just give it to somebody else, or whatever. Then maybe I'm not sure, but as of now, I don't see nothing in it that says that you can, because it says right here that the right to participate in the competition is non-transferable. Now, what that means, I'm not 100% sure in relation to if you win the challenge, because it says the registered recipient of the competition is the only one authorized to participate in a trading competition. The right to participate in the competition is non-transferable. Now, I don't know that it's the same as if you win it, it's non-transferable too. But I'll ask that question to the managers and get more clarity on that. Brother John Jacob, I'll make sure I ask that question first thing tomorrow. So you guys, if you do have questions that you want to get answered, write them down. Email me personally. Y'all know how to contact me on the Discord room. Hit me up in my inbox. Make sure at least I have a way I can backtrack to find the information because y'all know I get busy a lot sometimes and it may miss me. But I'll make sure I ask those questions. In lieu of you guys' questions on your behalf. But again, above all things, sign up, sign up, sign up, Sign up. Why wouldn't you, right? Share the link with everybody else too. Share this Facebook Live with everybody else. Who knows? Just get people going to that link and get them signed up, right? That's what matters because it don't cost you nothing. You got everything to gain. So, make sure you share that sign up link with your family, friends, your foes, anybody. I don't share it with everybody. Get them signed up. I just want to see somebody win, especially somebody that I know. That's what I'm excited about. I want somebody that I know, to win it. Cause I can be like, see, that's the family over there. The family guy after this thing, right? That stuff will excite me. I like to see people prosper, have success. That stuff gets me excited to see other people, have success. And again, if I do have enough ample time to trade it and I win it, y'all gonna know, right? Ain't nothing new, So again, I've been down this road before, so I'm a bit just excited, So, but either way, I just want somebody that I know to win it, because that's gonna be like awesome. All right. So, quick question, brother T-Bone asked about trading. Does institutional ownership of a stock really matter? It does in some cases, especially depending on what kind of cap level of the stock. Maybe it's a small cap, mid cap, large cap or mega cap. Now, stocks that have a bigger cap value, not that it always matters, but it shows that they have more intent behind the company because they've shown that they're more solid in their practices, right? Because at the end of the day, a good balance sheet and good management, right? That matters more than a lot when it comes to an institutional investor. They want to see people who are poised in control of their company and who has a good debt to equity ratio in terms of how they go about running their company. They're not overly ran with debt and not under ran with debt, right? Or underutilizing the value of the debt through what? Credit leveraging, right? They want to make sure that you have a healthy balance and you're learning how to, again, quarter over quarter, turn some very profitable profitable quarters, right? You in a value of growth as opposed to a point of stagnation, right? So you look at a stock like Ford, right? Ford Motor Company, right? Ford Motor Company, excuse me, has been deemed what they consider to be just a legacy stock at this point, right? It can never probably go back to its future highs its past highs that it was before because they've hit a point where they can't necessarily grow organically because there's a saturated market in their competition in their space at this point, unless they find out a new way to kind of somewhat reinvent the wheel, which you can't reinvent the wheel. You just find a better way to make your wheel better than everybody else. I mean, a better wheel, a better compound of rubber. You may shine up, put a little arm roll on that thing, right? And fool a few people. But this is what the investing world does in terms of how new products come to market. And it's already in a space where there's competition in that lane. Your tech has to be better. Your ingenuity, innovative ways has to be better. Something about what you do has to be, profound in a way where it draws new investors in. And when it draws in that kind of investor, where they see investors are holding for longer positions, institutional investors come in and say, you know what? Hey, they have a good, a good float value. They have a good, pipeline of product or services, and they seem to be bouncing. They book value better, and they showing a value of growth. Right? They're making all the right moves, pretty much with investors' money through M&A, mergers and acquisitions, market advertisement, R&D, this, that, and the third, right? So that shows you some of the good things to watch in a company. If you think about taking some long-term investment, those are some of the things you want to look at. And so the same way, I'm gonna do a live promo video actually for Tradenet for some tips that I think that's gonna be beneficial for people to kind of, peruse or behooving to them to follow when this challenge get ready to kick off. I already told them I'm gonna do it. They're like, yeah, we want you to do it so we can post it on our social media, whatever. Again, this is just my perspective. Everybody gonna have their own perspective. You heard Mayor speak a little bit, but this is kind of stuff that I want to be able to add to the family in terms of the due diligence, the discipline, how to partial, I'll put in the details. So I'm gonna give like 3 tips, and that'll just be my little contribution to the family, right? Whether you follow me, you don't, it's just my insight, a little bit that I want to offer. Yeah, so you want to see how TradeNet compares to um the one I'm using now. Yeah. So yeah, that's another thing. Again, I pretty much traded most of every account out there that most people have. The only one I haven't done yet is Sure Trader, but the basic ones, obviously, your basic like TDA, all that stuff, Allied Trade options and Tasty Works, and the whole nine. I've been through a lot of these different. I got a lot of different brokerage accounts, like most people. Unique one to this one, obviously not necessarily a brokerage account, even though technically it is. It's an educational platform where they pretty much fund you and you trade with their money, right? So it's kind of like in layman terms, so it's kind of like working for Goldman Sachs, right? Or Merrill Lynch, one of those TD Rowe, and you come in as a power broker or player, either you managing the accounts for them, or you're trading the money for them. On what side of the house you own doesn't matter. If you're a good trader, they want you on the trading side of the house, and you going out there getting that bag. So if you bring back, let's say 10 billion, out of a week, well, your payout commissions and incentives that you're getting for such a good return on investment firm money, they may well say, well, we'll give you, a 3% boost, right? Or 0.8% boost off that 10 billion. So, or something like that. So if you do the math on that, right, that's a lot of money off 10 billion, right? If you just got 1% of 10 billion, how much is 1% of 10 billion? Right? As a payout incentive, for producing 10 billion worth of assets under the trading firm. That's the kind of stuff that these brokers get. In some cases, it could be, give or take, y'all know what I'm saying, but that's the reality of being able to have a scenario where you're getting that extra leverage and buying power. Now, there may be some people like, no, I just want to trade my own money. I'm fine with that. I'm cool, right? Or get the American standard is 2 to 1. Like, all American brokers give you 2 to 1 ratio. So if you put in basically 1,000, they'll match it with another 1,000, and then they only gonna let you trade the full 2,000 if it's a stock that's a low risk, margin based stock. It's not. It can't be a very high risk stock. They're not gonna give you the full 2,000 with that because you could easily blow it up. So it comes with criteria, right? And so with Tradenet, if it's a stock that's traded, able to be traded on the platform because it meets a certain volume threshold, then guess what? You get the full leverage. You get the full amount. So again, I'm not saying go full quarter million on one little regular trade. Again, people do that. I know people that do that. And that trade there. Hey, whatever. They go all in, so to speak. Y'all know how they say out there, kahunas deep, so to speak. Right? But hey, I would say trade smart. Work smart, not hard. Simple as that. Very simple as that. All right, guys. So again, that's just pretty much the basis of a lot of this stuff. But I'm excited again for the idea, man. And if you do want to just sign up for an account and not go through the challenge, or you want to do both, doesn't matter. Again, hit me up. I still have the best discount that the company offers. All right, I'll post the link. Whether you do, like it, like it to want to just do that, or you may decide to go another route. But either way, again, my mentality is what has always been. How can I help the family? That's all I care about. And you guys that know me, I'm very, serious about that kind of stuff. I just am. I mean, I enjoy the fact that people can benefit when the opportunity presents itself, and whether it be, everybody that's around me, and I'm fine with that. I'm comfortable with that. I like that. Man, why wouldn't I want to see somebody be successful? Right? It hypes me up. It gets me excited. That kind of stuff just gets me excited. All right, so but yeah, let me post it here. I know I got a little thing on. But that's the link. If you just want to sign up, go ahead and buy your account and just go start trading. Click that link. I always have it in my description box anyway, right? So you can always go down there and find the link to Tradenet, at any given time. All right, there we go with the market, guys. Look at that. In that little bit of time since we were talking again, see what I'm saying? All right, it was sitting around 344 points, 300 and 50. Now it's down to 433. So it just dropped basically 80 points in one drop. Now this is the 15-minute calendar, granted, but in that limited moment since we've been talking, that was about 1 or 2 minutes. The market then dropped by 80 points in a matter of some seconds or a minute. This is the part of the stuff I'll be talking about, man. Why this market is crazy, and this is why, like, man, it's so much opportunity. All that money that was made in that one little drop for anybody that was shorting into that. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Literally nanoseconds. You could be up, 5, 6, 7, 8, $10,000. $200, $300, $50, $20. Doesn't matter. It depends on what your buying power leverage gives you the opportunity. What the leverage in terms of share value that gives you a great opportunity to leverage your moment. So anybody that's shorted up here at this little flat top breakdown here on this little bear flag, right? It's kind of like a little small little bear flag right here from here to here in the 15-minute candles here. They was just add more shares. The more it kind of broke down, it couldn't, basically break above that high of this candle here with conviction, which they probably set their stop loss, maybe a couple of little, paces up above this little candle here on the retrace, which about halfway from the length of this candle here, because that's how you do it. And they just short, just add share, and they finally got their drop right here. Look at that drop. See, this is the kind of stuff I'd be like, man, see, this is why I love what I do. This is why I love this opportunity. And again, I'm only going to get better. You guys are only going to get better. Stick to what you know. Learn. Be open minded. Never be myopic. Never feel like you know it all, and just be humble. Not that you have to, but again, a humble mind learns better than a very arrogant myopic mind. Right? You got to always be right. You can't learn that way. Right? It's like beating a dead horse. With glue in its system. Everything else. No, open your mind, and the profit and the opportunity will follow. I'm serious about that. It'll follow. Yeah, so somebody say when you like shorting the dial more than talking to talking to your wife, to your mess, brother John. Hey, sometimes you got to get to the bag, and sometimes that's your escape. I understand. You got to escape sometime, and it's better to get lost than getting profit and making money than doing something that's kind of crazy in a lot of ways. So that's also why I love the opportunity to, because again, you only going to get better at this stuff. This is not a kind of reality or industry or opportunity where if you take it serious, you won't get better. No, you're by proxy of you being around it, you're going to get better. That's what I love about it. You're going to get better. Look at the market dumping, guys. Look at the market dumping. We sitting there talking. The market's just again, it's probably gonna retrace at some point when it hit this low here of this wick right here, right? This ugly wick. It's probably gonna bounce at that point because again, y'all know how this stuff goes as far as opening the candles, right? Open and close position, all right? Or it may just blow through. But right now we're sitting right at the support level. We're sitting right at the support level of this big drop. See how it bounced a little bit there, just like clockwork. As soon as it hit that very low point here on this wick right here, the market what bounced off that because that's the lowest point of support. Look how it's bouncing. Look at that market bouncing. But this stuff, like man, this stuff ain't rocket science. This stuff is not rocket science. You just got to know what to look for. And now it's probably gonna blow through it probably later. But in that moment, guess what? Somebody just bought that bottom right there, that little bounce for a retrace, and made some money on a quick little scalp. That's how you make money in the market, by being disciplined and understand what you're doing. Right? I could do this all night, but y'all know how I am. I'm crazy at this stuff. I always tell people it's a method to my madness. That's why I'm always hyped and I'm excited. And I love sharing because again, you learn a lot when you share. Right? Y'all know one of my favorite sayings about Robert Klein: "When one teaches, to learn." Let me repeat that: when one teaches, to learn. That's how it always should be because you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about the data that you're professing to. And so that's why it's important. Again, share much as you possible, learn twice as much, right? And so it'll follow you in all your days in terms of what you're doing as far as to become a better trader or investor. Right? Because the goal is not just day trade forever. You want to get to the point where you become a good long term investor as well, right? So and you can do both. Don't get it twisted. You can do both. And so that's what it really should lead you to learn how to do because you're trying to build generational wealth, right? Something you can pass on to your children, your grandkids. There we go, guys. Getting ready to break the new law of day. New law of day getting ready to happen. New law of day getting ready to happen here. The low so far is 26,011 on the Dow. This candle here just slightly broke through the low right here at 2610. So it's based like a little, half click basis point. It just broke new low of day here on the Dow uh, you know, in the futures market here. So again, we may end up going a lot lower before we have any serious retrace. And so the market is already pretty much down, technically, dang near 500 points off that Trump news. That's a lot. That's a lot of work to lose 500 points in a matter of a couple of hours. That sometimes takes markets 2 or 3 weeks to make. Not in this crazy market of late, but guess what? It's definitely a lot, in terms of this scenario, right? So very important, So I just want you guys to realize that, So again, this is gonna be interesting watching the market for the rest of the night. I already know people already panicking on stock twist. Y'all already know stock twist is like, man, that's like chicken little syndrome over there. Everybody over there always, acting a mess. That's me post. That's my stock twist page right here. Let me show you this is my new stock twist. I had another stock twist and they shut it down. Right. I had like over 800 some followers too. I was building a nice little follower. Then they came and shut my little page down, right? Because they ain't like how I was dragging the people that kept trying to come at me all kind of sideways. Because y'all know me, I don't use profanity, I don't use vulgar, or, things that way. So I'm always, I kill people with kindness and data, right? I know how to kill a joker with some data, with some real knowledge. And so apparently people didn't like that because I wasn't cursing them back, and so they went to report me, right? Because I like I ain't finna sit argue. I'm just gonna provide some data. I'm gonna drop some data to kill all that noise. So I drop data and they just drop words, right? So I'm like, hey, here's my sources. Where your sources at? Right? I drop sources. I ain't gonna just be talking. I'm gonna drop my sources and you go, backtrack it if you want. So I dropped data and they just got mad and they uh, kept blocking my account, suspending my account, trying to make up little excuses why they kept doing it. I was like, man, okay. So I just started another one. And so this is my new one here, Short to McFly on stocks with it. It's still a young page, I guess. But I'm building it up again wherever I can. But yeah, so again, I'm always trying to post some good information, some data, and the whole thing about Trump and Z. Obviously, we spoke about that. This is what got the market dumping right now. This is why the stock market is dumping. This little headline right here that just happened tonight or earlier today, while the market is down. In addition, Trump threatened to impose 25% tariffs on additional 325 billion of Chinese goods shortly. So Trump getting impatient. Right. The president said that trade talks with China are continuing, but are moving too slowly as Beijing tries to renegotiate. So Beijing, basically China, trying to renegotiate the deal to make sure they come out on top. Because see, they feel like they got more time to wait out Trump. Because they feel like if Trump don't get what he really want, and they'll just wait him out all the way up to election time, and then hopefully he'll get beat out, by a Democratic candidate. And that's what President Z doing. He playing chess, not checkers. So why did American pundits and analysts keep saying China has more to lose? I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Number one, China is already slated to be the biggest economy on the planet. I think they say by what 2020, 2025, somewhere around there between now and 2025, they're going to be the biggest economy on the planet. They're already headed that way. Ain't nothing nobody can do to stop that. Y'all see what's happening? They buying up a lot of good real estate all around the country right now. Around the not just the country, but the entire world. They buying up Africa. They buying up South America. Right now, they're in the Caribbean islands like Jamaica. They buying up the Caribbean islands. They buying a lot of resources, real estate lately, and that's just the facts, right? Ain't nothing you can do to stop that. And so they leveraging, the spending power that they have to their benefit. And so, when people getting hung up on calling them socialists and communists and whatever, again, you can't dictate how another man run his castle, regardless of how you may have your views. And that's what America does a lot. Again, I ain't just dumping on America. I live here too. But when it comes to politics, call it how you see it. You ain't got to be afraid to say what you see. If you see it and the data backs it up, call it. It is what it is. So right now, hey, China making moves. That's all you can say. They're making moves. They got the biggest. Yep, they big on metal iron ore. They're some of the biggest miners for iron ore. They're the biggest miners when it comes to lithium ion. Lithium. Excuse me. They're a big market on that. So again, you guys see what's up, man. So get excited, man. Study the information, data, chase it daily. Find ways to up the ante. So right here again, look at Chicken Little over here. Look at here. 40% correction. Everybody now the Bears are super happy now because they finally feel like they got a break to get the market down real low because they've been getting hurt lately. For some of those very stubborn Bears, they don't know how to play the market both sides. So everybody Bears is fighting now. The guy right here, Sonny Merlin, I know him. He always been fighting for the Barricade for a long time. So he been getting a lot of slack lately. So he happy tonight. He got a chance to say, "I finally got you, Joker." Right. So you're gonna have that both sides. You're gonna have a lot of little funny little memes. So this is what we do. This is our social media for for investors basically. So this is our Facebook and our Twitter for investors. But the good thing about us is folks are just sitting around looking for likes and people to comment on Facebook and get emotional high. We actually get a chance to get a what? A financial, gain, right? We get a chance to get a financial payout, which is a lot more than emotions, right? Because emotions can't pay the bills, right? So get excited for stuff like this, even if you like it, you don't, follow this kind of stuff, you don't. But it's just interesting how people are super excited now because the market's like this about selling out. You got people saying it's a trap. So it gets exciting. I know I'm off topic a little bit, but this is what we do. The Nasdaq has just been tearing it up lately. Nasdaq all time high, like crazy. So it's been on fire, and so a lot of these markets are gonna get a nice little haircut tomorrow. All right, and look at people getting excited now, but I'll be over here cutting up with them sometime too. They can do it with the past times, but y'all know how this stuff go. All right, so guys, let me get ready to get off here. I see my family just came in. They was out doing a little shopping. And so I enjoyed this time with you guys, man. I mean, wholeheartedly, man. I can't tell you enough, man. I really, really appreciate you guys. I thank you for your time. Come and sharing with your brother so I can kind of, go over this little, this little opportunity tonight. It's night time. I still got my little windows open. I need to cut my lights on and close my little windows here in my office area. But it's been an honor. It's been an honor, like I said before. I look forward to having more conversations with you guys in the upcoming weeks up until the challenge. When it starts to happen. Again, you got questions that you want to ask me more in detail, hit me up in my inbox. If wherever you follow me at on the end of the Discord rooms, Twitter, wherever, hit me up. And I'll again I'll be able to kind of work with you guys to provide some content and clarity. And again, I'm here to fight on your behalf with this opportunity. So sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up. Share this video if you have to. Right, like it and subscribe if you ain't subscribed. You choose. I don't. Again, I'm not a big stick with all that stuff. You do, you do. Right, but again, if you want this this competition to to reign supreme in terms of opportunity value, make sure you just go and sign up. It don't cost you nothing. Right? It don't cost you nothing. The link is in the description box. Everything you need is down in the description box. Go down there, hit that link, get signed up. Sign your wife up, your son up if you're 18. Sign your sister, sign your mother up. Hey, mama, I'm gonna sign you up for this account. Right? Let her put her little credentials in, and you can, hey, whatever, handle your business. All I got to say, y'all know what I'm saying. All right. Yeah. So I look at, I'm probably looking at some other little social medias too, brother John. I'm trying to get there. I'm still trying to get myself going a little bit, and get this thing ramped up to the next level. But I'm working on that, so no worries. Hey, no problem, Alabama country. Like I said, if you get a chance, go back and rewind it. Rewind this. We started at 5:30, so it's about 2 hours and 30 minutes. But all the meat of the information that's needed is within that first, 45 minutes. Really, the first 45 minutes to an hour, a little bit over that. That's when all the good information for all the competition is there. So you'll be able to kind of rewind this, and if you got a little free time, you can listen to everything. You can see the live stream, sharing my screen about what to look for the competition. And the link for the competition again is in my description box. Everything that you need to get signed up is in the description box for the link, right? And so that way you're good to go from that perspective. All right. All right, so that's it, guys. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here so I can go tend to my family. All right, it's Sunday, y'all know what time it is. I gotta cheat and look at the market a little bit too. But yeah, keep your eye on the futures market. Oh, let me post a link here for the futures market and investing.com. So if you guys may use this site, some of you guys may not. This is one I use to watch the futures market, every Sunday. It's very, very, again, self-explanatory. Again, they already got the look at the headlines coming out already. Trump vows new tariff hike on Chinese goods. Escalating tensions in the trade talks. And see, they finna ramp this market up. North Korea already bucking right now. That's another big, a major catalyst. Y'all know North Korea started back up this nuclear mess again. See, they ain't even going to talk about that. That's another reason why the market finna probably be in trouble. So you got that on top of this tariff stuff with China. Man, it could probably mess around and get a lot uglier than a lot better if, if we don't pay attention to what's coming down the pipeline. So a lot of times they give you little signs and clues. It's up to a person to pay attention, but y'all know how this stuff go. So that's why I always try to keep one eye and one ear to the market at all times. It don't cost you that. You can add a smartphone. That's a smartphone for it. Just whip it open real quick. Let me check the futures market. Let me see if any kind of news happening right now, in my little Google feed, that's dealing surrounding the stock market. That's why I have all my stuff linked for this kind of stuff. So I can look down real quick. Oh, breaking news this. Tesla did this. Ford did that. Amazon did that. Okay, let me make sure I understand that tomorrow when the market open up, I'm gonna be ready for it. And so that's how you always want to again keep your ear and an eye always grounded to the market. So this is the investing.com. This is the site for if you want to always checking on the future market. Before the when the market closes or open up on Sunday, you got the data to be able to get to that. And let me get out this darkness, right? Because I'm in here like it's you know, like I'm about to have a cut on the quiet storm on a Sunday, cut on some Al Green 8-track uh greatest hits or something. Right? And start the Sunday off right. So again, appreciate you guys. Power and Profit, Uncle Jocelyn, Shem Hotel. Thank you for stopping by. Again, share the video, click the link, hit me up throughout the week. I'll provide whatever I can to help you guys out as far as the competition. All right. So until then, salute Power and Profit family. Thank you guys for tuning in.